Morning, Shipra ma'am.
Good morning.
How are you, ma'am? How are you, Shipra ma'am?
Good morning.
Good morning.
आप चाय बना सकते हैं 11 बजे तक। वैसे बाद में मैं निकल जाऊंगा यहाँ से।
Hello, Jyoti ma'am. Hello, Sudhir sir.
Hello.
How are you,
Hello.
ma'am?
Say good morning.
Good.
Morning, good morning, sir.
Hello. Welcome to the national video program.
Hello, Ashok Chitkara sir.
Hello, Shruti. Is it going to take still some time to start?
Ma'am, we will be starting like at 10:30.
Okay, then I'll join at that time, okay? I have some work to do right now. I'll rejoin.
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Hello, good morning, Bakshi sir.
Yeah, good morning, madam. Good morning. Sorry,
How
I'm
are
a
you,
little
sir?
late. I'm a little late.
No, it's yeah, completely fine, sir. Hello, good morning, Raju sir.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
You didn't join us offline this time, sir.
Yeah. Next time I will come definitely.
Sure, sir. How are you, Bakshi sir?
Fine, thank you, fine.
बख्शी सर आप म्यूट पर हैं. We'll be starting soon.
श्रुति, अगर डिफिकल्टी है कुछ तो लेट्स हैव इट फॉर नेक्स्ट डे देन.
No, sir. There's no difficulty. We are just starting, sir. The timing was like to start at 10:30.
No, it's already half an hour. So we must take a call on it whether to go ahead or not.
एक काम तो कर रही वो बैठी हुई थी फिल्म लिखवाई
Hello, am I audible? Like online वालों को मैं audible हूँ?
Yes,
Yes,
audible.
please.
Yes,
Okay.
audible.
So, a very warm welcome to you all. And जैसे भी हमें पता है कि life skills are the skills that sets anyone for life. मतलब कि हमारी academics में हमें education में बहुत सारी चीजें पढ़ाई जाती हैं, लेकिन उनको complement करने के लिए there are a lot of skills which make anyone more confident, more ready for the life. So उसी के लिए कि we are presenting you कि आज हमारा orientation है and I would request कि आज का session हम एक simple introduction से start करेंगे wherein हमें 3 चीजें बतानी हैं, हमारा नाम, हमारा सब्जेक्ट जो हमें बहुत फेवरेट लगता था अपने स्कूल टाइमिंग्स में एंड एक पॉजिटिव चीज हमारे बारे में. सो आई स्टार्ट विद माई सेल्फ. सो आई एम प्रगति. मेरा फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट इंग्लिश था एंड जो मेरे को मेरे बारे में बहुत पॉजिटिव लगता है कि आई एम वेरी चीयरफुल पर्सन. सो ऐसे ही आप सब लोग भी अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करें. So, let's start with you.
My name is Raghu Bhattacharjee. In Bangla, we pronounce Plabon, not problem. And my favorite subject has always been maths. और मैं अच्छा लगता हूँ लोगों को देखने वाले.
Good morning, I can speak in English. My name is Kalyan Madhumgar. I am not an old person, I'm a young person of 80 years and I love people. In my school, I used to love English and interaction with them. That's it. Thank you.
My name is Anurag Khanna. I am a retired brigadier from Army. I was and I am a doctor. And in school, my favorite subject was Shaitani. उसके बाद से somehow got channeled into army and I managed with the Shaitani system. And my positive quality, I can't think of it. I have to ask my wife about that, but I guess it is that my positive quality is that I obey her.
You have the life lessons to yourself, sir.
Good morning. I'm Colonel Chitra Banerjee. I'm a doctor by profession and served 30 years in the army, and before that I was working in the civil. My favorite subject has always been English, spoken, written English. I am a very creative person. At one point of time, I used to do a lot of poetry writing, and I still paint and do a lot of bread making, various types of bread making at home. So all I can say is I'm a very creative person. Thank you.
Eat those breads. You make that, but you don't eat.
No, I do. Sir.
First. Good morning. I am Indrajit Vittal. I belong to the Central Secretariat of the Government of India. I have studied in about 12 ministries of the government. And in my school, my favorite subject was geometrical and mechanical branch. And I would like to generally, I believe in serving people.
Sir.
My name is Keshav. I'm generally called Casey. I retired from the armed forces back in '98 as a Major General. I was an engineer by profession. My favorite subject used to be mathematics and physics. I don't know what are my interests. My interests are in reading is basically my basic interest. And after retirement, when I joined the education system, I found whatever is happening is not to my liking. Still, I served education field for almost 25 years. And that is how, and that is where I found this program of life skills is so very essential for most of our young people. You all feel that, or rather to say, they all feel they know very well, they know very much, they know everything. But do they really understand? And that is where I thought, if with her support and your participation, we can make this program go ahead, that'll be our success. That'll be what we can do for the youth. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, you can ask them what you can.
Hi, I am Purna. मेरा favorite subject school में games का होता था. That is what I love. Game studies में मुझे बहुत interest कभी रहा नहीं है. So and but मेरा sense of humor अच्छा है. I feel so. Best you can tell me.
I am नीरज चोपड़ा. मैं एक एवरेज स्टूडेंट रहा था. उस समय भी पढ़ाई पे ज्यादा फोकस किया नहीं जाता था. घर में माता लोग बहुत पढ़ लेते थे. और फिर मैंने इंजीनियरिंग किया. इंजीनियरिंग करने के बाद फिर मैंने परसिस्टेंटली 33 साल एक ही कंपनी में जॉब किया. लोग क्या करते हैं, जॉब करते हैं, फिर छोड़ते हैं, फिर जॉब करते हैं. मैंने एक परसिस्टेंटली एक कंपनी में जॉब किया और मुझे वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छा लगा. मेरा जो एक सीरियसली बोले कि मेरे परसिस्टेंस और स्माइलिंग फेस और जो है इन लोगों को बहुत पसंद आता। फिर मैंने 2007 से सोशल सेवा शुरू किया। मेरा पोस्टिंग बाहर था, जब मैं दिल्ली वापस आया तो 2007 से मैंने वर्कशॉप लेना शुरू किया। संगम विहार एरिया में मैं वर्कशॉप ले जाता था, सैटरडे संडे में ऑफ है। रिटायरमेंट के बाद 2019 से मैंने फिर कंटिन्यूसली ज़्यादा शुरू किया। मैंने एग्रीकल्चर में कोर्स किया और मैं स्कूल में एग्रीकल्चर के प्रोजेक्ट में जाता था। मेरा प्रोजेक्ट था ग्रो योर फूड ग्रो योर, उस पर जाता। एक दिन मैं ऐसे स्कूल में गया और मैंने देखा वहाँ पे बोर्ड पे ना कुछ मैथ्स का लिखा हुआ। मैंने बच्चों से पूछा, बच्चों ये क्या है? उन्होंने कहा सर स्ट्रेस आता है हमको देख के, घबराहट होती है, हमें बड़ा टेंशन होती है। मैथ्स की टेंशन? बोले हाँ सर, समझ में नहीं आता। वो 8वीं क्लास के बच्चे। उस दिन से मैंने एक सब्जेक्ट मैथ्स का, एक क्लास मैथ्स का लेना शुरू किया। और उसके बाद मैंने देखा बच्चों को बेसिक्स भी बहुत आइडिया नहीं। आज भी मैं वेदांतगिरी में लेता हूँ, आज भी उनकी सेशन लेके आया। 7th क्लास को मैथ्स में पूछा क्या पढ़ना है, बोला डिवीजन। डिवीजन? हाँ सर डिवीजन। उनको डिवीजन करना नहीं आ रहा है। तो मेरे को भी बच्चों से मैंने 40 मिनट्स मैंने इनको क्लास लिया, बच्चों को बहुत ही अच्छा लगा और बहुत ही अच्छा समझाया। मेरा नेचर ऐसा है या मेरा अच्छा, मैंने ड्रामेटिक्स में भी हूँ, तो जब मैं सेशन लेता हूँ तो ड्रामा भी करना शुरू कर देता हूँ। अरे नहीं आया सबको घबरा सोते हुए आदमी एकदम चढ़ जाते। मैं साथ में पेपर लेके मैं साथ में पेपर लेके जाता हूँ, पेपर लेके जाता हूँ, बच्चों को देता हूँ आप करो, क्योंकि मैथ्स करने से आता है। वो लोग ऐसे ही बैठे रहते लिखते रहते नहीं होगा, तो मैं पेपर लेके जाता हूँ, रफ पेपर देता हूँ उनको और वो बच्चे करते हैं और फिर जा जाके चेक करता हूँ। तो फिर बच्चों को लगता है अरे सर चेक करने आ रहे हैं, तो फिर तो मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगता है। यहाँ पे ज्वाइन करके मुझे बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। मेरे एक रिक्वेस्ट आपसे और है कि अगर आप ऑफलाइन मतलब आजकल तो स्मार्ट बोर्ड आ गए ना, स्मार्ट बोर्ड में हमारा सेशन रहेगा।
आप सब लोग ना बिल्कुल रियल टीचर्स की तरह हो। 1 मार्क क्वेश्चन में 5 मार्कर का आंसर मिल रहा है।
Very good work.
So now I would request Alka ma'am.
I'm Alka Juneja. I'm retired from St. Francis School. During my school time, accounts was my favorite subject. I couldn't live without accounts. बल्कि गाना चलना चाहिए और accounts होना चाहिए. And I love talking to children and playing with them.
I'm Gita. I retired as a PGT in biology. So my favorite subject actually is biology. And after retirement, I was working in the capacity of a supervisor in the school. Then I realized something, that is we teach them subjects. And we don't teach them how to deal with stress and other aspects. And these days, what the children lack is actually the emotional connect, because parents don't have time. Most of them, they spend their time on mobile phones, and there is somehow connectivity. So we were colleagues actually in the school. So when Matt told me there is a program like this, they are going to launch. So I said, I would love to be a part of it. So thank you very much.
So now I would request I'm able to see Shipra ma'am if she could give.
Shruti can take their name.
Shruti, you can take their names and let's
Yes.
ask.
So we can start with Shipra ma'am.
Good morning.
Hello, good
Am I
morning,
audible?
Shipra ma'am.
Yes, good morning. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yes, okay. Good morning to all. I'm Shipra Mishra from Greater Noida. And actually, I like to interact with people and help needy people. That's why I joined this ISF family, and I am continuing this family, and I am happy with this family and this program. I want to continue with skill program to
Thank
do
you so much,
something
Shipra
here
ma'am.
also. Okay,
Thank you.
welcome.
Jyoti ma'am.
Shruti, Jyoti ma'am can introduce.
Yeah, there I am. Sorry. I think, am I visible and audible both?
Yes.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. It's really nice to be part of this new program. Rather, I have been looking forward to it, but because of some reason, I couldn't be there physically. I would have loved that. Actually, I'll be traveling in 2 more days. In 2 more days, rather 4 days. After 4 days, I'll be traveling. So I'm a bit occupied with my things. And I'm looking forward to see how this program goes. And I know some real experienced people have got some curriculum for it. And I'm looking forward how I can be a very useful part of this program. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Madhav sir.
Shruti, could you ask everyone to speak a little bit louder?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Am I audible, Shruti?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Yeah, I'm Madhav Naik from Thane, Mumbai, and I retired as a chemical engineer in a position like operation head for LPG business of Reliance Industries Limited in 2021. And then for last 1 year, I'm attached with Wisdom Circle, and through which I got connected to ISF. And I'm the favorite subjects for me are English and mathematics, where I taught my city in mathematics at 10th of standard. And then I'm looking very positively about ISF that they're consolidating the strength of retired seniors, making them inspiring seniors, you know. So I'm hopeful for contributing myself to this cause. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Raju Chandwani sir.
Say speaker से connect कर दो ना.
सर वो बोल नहीं पा रहा है, try it.
Raju Chandwani sir. Ashok Chitkara sir, you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Ashok Chitkara here. I'm basically a social catalyst working on mainly on the productive aging with the different NGOs. My favorite subject in the school was more into the practical, not into the theory. And I undertake entrepreneurship mindset change sessions in the government schools in Delhi. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Divya ma'am, Divya Jain ma'am. Sudhir sir.
सभी को नमस्कार. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're audible.
हाँ, सभी को नमस्कार. मैं सुधीर कुमार अग्रवाल, मैं BHEL हरिद्वार से 2019 में रिटायर हुआ. उसके बाद मैंने 4 साल यहाँ पर एक फार्मास्यूटिकल कंपनी है एकम्स ड्रग्स एंड फार्मास्यूटिकल, उसमें काम किया. अब उसके बाद मैं अभी सीनियर सिटीजन्स के 2-3 संस्थाओं से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ और सीनियर सिटीजन्स की सेवा में लगा हुआ हूँ. वैसे मेरा फेवरेट HR डिपार्टमेंट में काम करता था, वही मेरा फेवरेट रहा है और मैं हरिद्वार में लोकेटेड.
Thank you, sir. Bakshi sir. बख्शी सर आप म्यूट पर हैं. नो सर, अभी भी आप म्यूट पे ही हैं. वेट सर, नाउ यू कैन ट्राई.
हाँ, अभी ऑडिबल है?
यस सर.
हाँ, मेरा नाम बाबूराम बख्शी है. मैं BHEL पावर सेक्टर दिल्ली से रिटायर हुआ हूँ 2003 में. और अभी वसंतपुर में ही रहता हूँ और आयुषा के साथ मैं करीब 2 साल से जुड़ा हुआ हूँ। बच्चों को हेल्प करना मेरी आदत है, वो स्वभाव भी है, और सीखना और सिखाना मेरी आदत है। बस मैं चाहता हूँ कि कुछ ना कुछ सीखो, कुछ ना कुछ सिखाता रहूँ।
Thank you, sir. Bimal ma'am. Neela ma'am.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello, good morning, ma'am.
I'm a retired teacher and I used to teach English. And I still love reading, writing, and teaching. And and that is all I know. And I would still like to contribute to the society as long as I live.
Thank you, ma'am. Santosh ma'am.
मैम आप म्यूट पे हैं, संतोष मैम म्यूट पे हैं।
हाँ, ओके, नमस्ते सबको। मैंने पढ़ा ये प्रोग्राम के बारे में, तो जस्ट आउट ऑफ क्यूरियोसिटी आई हैव जॉइंड। मैं तो जस्ट हाउस वाइफ हूँ, हु नेवर रिटायर्स। आई रिटायर नहीं होती है। आई हैव लॉट्स ऑफ टाइम हैंगिंग ऑन माय हैंड्स, एंड जो हमको इंटरेस्ट है रीडिंग एंड शॉर्ट स्टोरीज एंड ऑल दैट, तो वो आपके प्रोग्राम में हम ज्वाइन करते हैं, और उसमें के थ्रू अगर मैं कुछ कंट्रीब्यूट कर सकती हूँ तो करती हूँ। मैं रिटायर्ड नहीं।
Thank you, ma'am. Bhagwant ma'am. Renu Shukla ma'am.
Maybe next question. Yeah. भगवान जी ने हैंड रेज किया हुआ है।
Shruti, could you please ask Bhagwanji or Vimalkanta ma'am start their introduction?
I have. Bhagwan ma'am, Vimalkanta ma'am, Renu Shukla ma'am, if you all could please introduce yourselves.
Hello.
Hello, Bhagwan ma'am.
Madam, good morning.
Good morning.
I am Bhagwant Kaur from Punjab. Sorry to interrupt you because I am busy in a meeting. Some girls are from District Liver Service sitting with me. I have to attend the meeting at 11:15. Up till then, I will attend your meeting. I am a retired lecturer English from Punjab Government Education Department. I served for 5 years in District Consumer Court as member. And then I joined this District Legal Services Authority, Rupnagar, Punjab. And now I am also working in police helpline, which mediates women girls disputes, home disputes. We arrange seminars in schools and villages. Younger generation is generally cooperate us. So, madam, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Same here, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Raju sir, if you could please
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Hello. I am retired from central government. I am Raju Chandwani from Delhi. So I have 40 years experience. I want to share with all of the children and etc. I want to contribute to for them. और मेरा सब्जेक्ट हिंदी है। सब लोगों ने इंग्लिश मोस्टली बोला है, तो हम इंडियंस तो हिंदी भी होना चाहिए हमारा। तो मुझे हिंदी अच्छी लगती है। मैं इससे ISF से जुड़ा हूँ तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है। मैं सारा दिन मतलब इसमें बिजी रहता हूँ और कुछ ना कुछ मेरा माइंड ऑक्यूपाई रहता है, तो आई फील हैप्पी और मैं इनसे जुड़ा रहना चाहता हूँ जब तक मैं हूँ अलाइव। थैंक यू।
Thank you so much, Raju sir. Thank you.
Shruti, we've completed all the introductions.
Shruti, is there anyone else left online who is
Yes,
left?
Divya Jain ma'am and Bimal ma'am, if you could please unmute and introduce us.
हाँ जी, सभी को सादर नमस्ते। मेरा नाम दिव्या जैन है। मैंने ह्यूमन राइट्स में पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन किया हुआ है और हिस्ट्री मेरा फेवरेट सब्जेक्ट है और मुझे सोशल सर्विस करना अच्छा लगता है। आई डू सोशल सर्विस और काफी NGOs के साथ में मैं कनेक्टेड हूँ और मुझे यहाँ पर काम करना बहुत अच्छा लगेगा बच्चों के साथ।
Thank you so much, ma'am.
I'm on the way right now, just coming.
Thank you. We are done with the online introduction.
So thank you everyone for such a diverse introduction. सबके बारे में हमें बहुत कुछ जानने को मिला and क्योंकि आज हम सब एक बहुत ही meaningful initiative के लिए इकट्ठे हुए हैं, be it in person or be it online. So I would request Miss Malti Jaswal, founder of Inspiring Seniors Foundation, कि वो इस पूरे initiative के पीछे का vision हमसे।
आपने सीधा सीधा क्यों नहीं लिया रास्ता?
नहीं तो है।
नहीं वो वहाँ पे
कहाँ से उठा?
फ्लाईओवर के ऊपर से।
नहीं फ्लाईओवर।
So, ma'am, stage.
Okay. Thank you, Pranti. Okay.
But please give her the mic, ma'am.
No, I think
Ma'am, for the
can you hear
recording.
me? Okay.
Yes, you're audible.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so first of all, thank you everyone. A very warm welcome to बाहर बड़ी गर्मी है, but still warm welcome ही कहा जाता है. So I'm also saying warm welcome. A cold shoulder doesn't look, cold welcome doesn't look good, no? Cold welcome doesn't sound good, right? So warm welcome once again to the online as well as in this room. It is really a very proud moment for us at ISF that we have reached this stage of of launching a program on life skills. And we are truly grateful, but for Major General Dr. K.C. Agarwal, this would not have been possible. So we are truly grateful to him. Meeting इस program के chief architect हैं, हम सब इनके followers हैं. So we are just his followers, and let me tell you, he has spent day and night to make this program, right? And delivered. I mean, then of course all the mentors who are from different fields, I think all of them said they want to do something for the society. They all want to have positive contribution, and they all carry rich experience. So we assume that we feel that the course content developed by Dr. Agarwal will be delivered by each mentor in his or own unique way, given their experience. Like Neeraj ji just shocked us by that, that theatrical, acting or something like that. Or somebody may bring story, somebody may bring, some other perspective. So which is how I think the rich heritage or the rich legacy of the seniors is what we want to give to the next generation. I think that's the true meaning of this program is in today's world, the children are already very stressed. Children are stressed. I think their coping mechanism, which our parents could give us, perhaps those coping mechanisms are not there, to that extent as they were available to us, I would say. I think our parents did a good job, I would say, than compared to, because of social media, because of so many distractions. And mind you, the children that we are wanting this program to attempt to come from even more underserved communities. So they need our love and affection, they need our guidance, they need the confidence. I think if we can give those children, we have not many volunteers who volunteer in their various ways.
So one of the volunteers, she's a young lady, 40-year-old, executive in a very top multinational, Singapore. So she was saying, whether do you think these skills are, this program would be relevant to today's children? So I said, what today's children? She said, Abhi AI ka zamana hai, now this AI is there, whether this delivery by the senior citizens, particularly, who are not so conversant with, today's way of working, ways of living. So I said, look, the values or the core strengths that each of us need to have as a human being remain the same. They remain the same. Doesn't matter we are in America, we are in Australia, or we are in 21st century, or we were in the previous century. A child needs to have confidence. A child needs to have emotional balance. A child needs to have resilience to handle failure and success, handle relationships, handle, all kind of distractions, and then be focused. So what our small effort is to make every student whose life we touch, at least, and Dr. Agarwal always said that अगर हम 100 लोगों को पढ़ाएंगे, 100 बच्चों को पढ़ाएंगे, अगर 4 में भी वो spark आ गया, I think we would feel our job is done. So but I have a bigger ambition. I want to revert, maybe 96 should get the spark, and 4 may not be the top one. So I think it is for us also how we engage with the student, how engaging we, they already have a lot of studies from their teachers. They are not expecting teacher, the study kind of environment from us. But and then our own interaction with the school authorities, and we recently had a meeting with Vidyanjali also. Vidyanjali is the education portal of Ministry of Education portal for the volunteers. And they were very happy to see the profile of our seniors. In fact, unko laga, literally when they saw the profile of our seniors, and they said, we are going to open all the schools to you. You tell us where you want to go. We said we will first go a pilot. Let's go with limited number of people, learn the lessons, speak the program, how the students are receiving, how it is fitting well with the school, school authorities. And then, but they were very excited to hear about this, sir. And we will definitely be having your presentation given to them very soon. And so and even Ladakh children, they mentioned that can someone, teach those children online, because this program is for delivery in the school. But they said that we have some children, who are in remote areas, and we would like them also to benefit from this program. So I'm saying that even the authorities are very keen to use the knowledge and experience of seniors. Now I come to another point, which is, we feel we are doing good to these students. We are doing unka bhala ho raha hai. No, ye hamara bhala ho raha hai. Let me tell you, I think they are just a medium for our good to happen. Let me tell you, there is a science behind. It's not just a feel good factor कि हमने किसी के लिए अच्छा काम करा. There is a perfect science behind it. Even at the brain level, the MRI level, before and after volunteering of senior citizens, of this kind of volunteerism, where you're teaching the children, there is a change in the brain. There is a change in the brain. So it's science behind it. Feel good factor is very good. We all need to be motivated. But we are also going to benefit maybe more than the children. Let me tell you, maybe more than the children, we are going to benefit. So I think, and yesterday we were talking to some let's say a big celebrity kind of a person, and we were sharing about me, and people were sharing with him the program, and he was wowed like anything. He said, "This is excellent initiative." He said, "If the senior citizens of this country could be engaged in building the future generations like this." So that was, even he felt that it was a good idea. We had another meeting with retirees yesterday, railway retirees, and I asked them, "Ab aapke paas, what is it that you have which you did not have earlier? What is it? Aapke paas ab kya hai?" Everyone said time. I said, "Use it." So that's the time to, this is our time to use our time in a brilliant way. So this is a small, humble effort. एक बूंद एक पड़ेगी शायद सागर में, और बूंद बूंद से हम कुछ आगे बढ़ेंगे. So thank you very much from the bottom of our heart. At ISF, we are really grateful to each and every mentor that who has come forward, to each and every tutor who is spending hours with our students, and to the students whose spark, is making us move forward and forward. I think it's a wonderful, moment for all of us. For me personally, I mean, I'm too overwhelmed by this occasion. Thank you very much. So now I call the hero of the moment. Yes. He refuses to be introduced. He says, "Maine aur kuch nahi," but one couple of more things. He already introduced himself. So he's also a retired vice chancellor of a couple of universities, and he has spent a lot of years in understanding how students' mind works and it's from his own lived experience that the students do not have life skills. They have education, they have technical qualification or the technical knowledge, but the life skills is what would make them have a better life or better persona. So thank you very much, sir. Let me formally welcome you now. Come. Okay. Yes. Khushbu, you also come in the picture. Khushbu has worked very hard.
Yeah, he is the one who has really helped me a great deal.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Over to you now, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Mike for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Can I just quickly please, please?
Mike is placing the mic. Let me share that we were a little late in sharing the agenda. So after he will have the what is the concept of the program, and a little bit part of us introductory module self-awareness. And after that, we will have an open house. Everyone, so everyone will have 45 minutes to have feedback from everyone. Online people as well as first preference to online people in giving feedback. And then we come to the room. And after that, we will have Dr. Vinod Kumar, he is a therapist. He will be coming and speaking to us about mental health. And then we have a psychologist and motivational speaker. He will be telling us how to motivate young minds. So how to, like we are going to deal with young children, right? So what can be some tips from a psychological perspective that this is the agenda, short in time. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I would be happy if I am allowed to sit and talk.
Absolutely, sir.
Absolutely.
Please. Sure.
Morning once again. Let me start by thanking Ms. Malti Jaswal, the promoter of ISF, for having allowed me to engage in this initiative. Frankly speaking, it is she and her team who has been very keen that this program shall go ahead. Let me tell you, this program is not limited either in terms of geography, language, or the class of students whom I'll be talking about. Initially, we have thought of introducing it to secondary and higher secondary education, the schools and their students. I am here to thank you all for having found to be here this morning. Why everyone to travel all this distance, in particularly Delhi, and during this hot weather is not convenient. And incidentally, I had this morning tough time to find this location. I reached the pocket 6, and from there they guided me to go to pocket 7, and then there they said, no, go around and find a go around and find another gate to enter. Anyway, I finally reached. I have just few points to make with you people before I start my formal presentation. Firstly, I'm very convinced that this whole lot of audience that is here, online and offline, have a wealth of wisdom to pass on to the young minds who are really waiting to be allowed or waiting to be understood There's a lot of problem. They all know so many things. They know so much, but they don't really understand themselves. They're having trouble in finding themselves. They have got trouble in their own identity. They don't know what are their strengths, what are their values, what are their weaknesses, what are their learning styles, what are their thinking styles. All these are our major problems today. And we all feel as elders that it is because of lack of this, so many issues are coming up. When I will be talking about the program in general, let's start with the history of the program. Then I'll tell you as to what happened, as to how this program evolved. But I have just one point to make with you. With your participation, your support, and the initiative which you all guys are taking, I'm very confident, and we are together sure that this program today, which is going to generate a spark, may convert or may develop or may evolve into a flame, encompassing almost everyone wanting to learn what life skills mean. With this, I'll take over, and I have thought that our program name should be Life Skills Initiative for Tomorrow. We can debate if someone has other ideas to make, very good idea, but that also can be considered. What name do we want to use? Can you go ahead? Next. Now here is the smallest history. That's it. Here's a small history. Back in the 90s, WHO found that there are tremendous lot of problems in the adolescent because of health, substance abuse, violence, and related things. Their own sort of growth was getting impeded. And that is how the WHO recognized this and introduced this program of life skills education. 97 to 99, UNICEF came in, and they promoted this program. 2000, lots and lots of countries adopted this program and integrated this program into their educational system, into their educational initiative. And that is why, like what Ms. Malti was talking, a large number of students in any of the other countries, I have my own son and his grandchildren, they are not having many worries about how to conduct themselves, what are their thinking, learning patterns, what are their strengths, weaknesses. They are practiced. Today, if I make some student stand up and talk for 5 minutes, he'll have tremendous difficulty and hesitation as to what to talk. कोई एकदम आपने अचानक से एक सब्जेक्ट दे दिया, बोला आ जाओ 2 मिनट बात कर लो, उसके पसीने छूट जाएंगे. But that is not the case with those children. And it is all because we have not trained our children for life. We have trained them what? I'll come on that a little later. CBSE started considering this in the year 2005. Till 2013, they did not consider it seriously. When NCERT in 2010 published the guidelines and the resource material, that is the time when CBSE adopted it in 2013. And it is 2020 that the National Education Program strongly recommended that life skills education is absolutely imperative and essential. Notwithstanding all this, still till today, how many schools are adopting it? How many schools are really sort of following it or doing anything about it? Next. Now your first natural question would be, why is life skills? In this today's environment, when we say that students are all very sort of, they understand everything, but then this system of competitive examination, which is making them focus more on marks, not on learning, as you see, what is competitive examination? It's a knowledge base, which is mostly bookish. And again, it is memory recall, speed, accuracy, logical thinking, reasoning. All this is part of a competitive system. Now, I do not remember, or I'm not aware if this sort of competitive exam system exists in most of the other advanced countries. In UK, USA, all this, what you have done in your school education, your performance in school education determines what kind of admissions can you get. My grandson.
I think this.
This slide is not changing.
Not visible to the online people.
Yes.
So I think that
Can you just come out of the slide system?
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, sorry to interrupt.
No, please.
Yeah, because they are not able to see.
Oh.
That slide.
वो ये वाला on कर देना. ठीक. This
Yeah.
is okay.
Yeah, this is good.
Please just go that side and take a picture of sir. Ma'am, वो happening now. कब वो चलोगे?
Yeah. Well, standing is a
Any other adjustment you want? I don't know.
No, because I think somebody messaged that they are not able to see the slides.
Okay.
Okay, because I think we had taken off the slides. Yeah. Okay.
Take this. थोड़ा सा पीछे कर देना देखिए थोड़ा सा पीछे और थोड़ा पीछे हाँ this is okay
Technology can be glitches हो जाती. Last time we rehearsed everything, right? In last tutor's program also. But then when we are having the program, people are not able to hear us. So. आप में से अजय why don't you see what is the problem? वो presentation share नहीं हो रहा है ना?
share हो रहा है it's getting stuck after a point.
Okay.
It's not that it's not.
It's not moving. It's not moving.
So it's moving also.
फिर अभिषेक ने हेल्प करी मैंने कहा क्या हेल्प करी कहती उनका थोड़ा घर साफ कर दिया बर्तन खाली किया उसको दिखता गया
हाँ okay perfect
Yeah.
perfect
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Go back. So I don't have any. I think there's no need for us to be tinkering with this. Whatever way it is going on, it'll take long time before we can modify or change that. So we carry on with it. Now, second natural question. When CBSE has introduced this, why, you think we as ISF would be able to succeed in having it introduced or taken up by the students? Mark-centric education would continue. Lecture-based, because it is lecture-based delivery system, nothing much can be improved. And a lecture-based delivery system, like this gentleman mentioned, हमें समझ नहीं आ रहा है इतना बड़ा मैथ्स का सवाल है हम नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. It is still going on. When I was doing the teaching job, I never sort of thought that I am going to be a teacher or I am a teacher. What I always thought, I am their friend. And if I can go and sit with the student who is having trouble in learning that or understanding that topic, it'll make better sense. In my normal teaching style was, I'll go talk on the board and then देखा अच्छा ये 3 लड़के 4 लड़के ये जो है they are stuck, they are not following. So I'll go and sit with them, make a circle of 4, 5, 7, 8 people and try and deliver it. So that is what system would not be. Today's system is basically lecture-based. It is not really, we have hardly empathy for the students who are having trouble. Soft skills, life skills, they are not part of this system at all. Although it's initiated by NPE, but nobody is adopting them. But I know that is what the fact is. And they also feel life skills evaluation is not all that easy. How to evaluate, how to mark like any other physics or maths or any other subject. So these are some of the impediments. Maybe they are not able to sort of introduce it. However, come up with an idea as probably it can be certainly taken up and discovered here for further modifications, improvements. Now, how will our program overcome this? Something I've already talked. Core academic program has continued. Life skill sessions, as we have discussed, would be more than adequate. Suppose talking about delivery framework will take care of majority of the hurdles that we are talking about. We'll talk about the delivery framework in great. The question we have been all along skills. Why? What is this life skills? There's nothing new. Soft skills make you professionally, whereas life skills prepare you for life, along with being successful. Like, I mean, being a science background math, I like to put down in the equation form. Soft skills, how well you deal with your colleagues, how well do you deal with your system that you're working with. However, life skills, well are you able to manage yourself and your life? It is not always, I mean, you'll come across some of my slides. We are toppers, we have become very good, very successful, but we are burnt out much before home. And then what happens? What have you achieved in life? You feel, यार क्या किया हमने? पैसा तो कमा लिया, घर में तो लड़ाई है रोजाना, बीवी तो रोज चिल्ला रही है कि अरे तेरे पास टाइम नहीं है मेरे लिए. So what do we do? Now, how will these life skills help the students? There's a continuous search for identity by the students. As I was saying, they know a lot, but they understand little. There's a continuous crisis for identity. Peer pressure in social media influences have great impact on their thinking, on their actions, and everything related with that. Career anxiety and fear of failure is third aspect which bothers them a great deal, which bothers them tremendously. And our emotional quotient is so low. There's so many fluctuations. For small little things, we get sort of disturbed, bothered. Anxiety causes us, everything goes out of gear. For small little things, we just get involved. I mean, we keep seeing on the TV every now and then the kind of fights that we have on the street. For what? तूने गाड़ी इधर क्यों खड़ी कर दी? तूने गाड़ी में मेरे टक्कर मार दी. If these things are taken care of, probably things may improve. Everyone feels, or today's, or I mean, the student society feel, or their parents, the schools, they all feel that marks are academic success is adequate. However, it is not so. Academic success is not adequate. Students struggle with confidence, they struggle with decision making, communication, and also resilience. These are some of the things which are really causing anxiety amongst the students, and that is what is hindering the progress. I feel marks, the college from where you have passed out, the quality of education which you have acquired, they may open the gates. I treat them as gate pass. I don't think they are really going to make you successful. What you do subsequently after you have entered into the system is what will matter. And for this, life skills will determine how far will you go, how fulfilling will your life be. What they need today is what I have tried to narrate here. Self-awareness and confidence, communication skills, managing emotions, which is one of the major things which bother. Critical and creative thinking. I mean, if you ask some child today, what is creative thinking or critical thinking? These terms, they may not have even heard. They may not be able to kind of identify as to what are we talking about. Then goal setting, decision making. Are they having any goals? Are they clear what do they want to become? Resilience, adaptability, question marks, all the time question marks. Leadership and team skill, of course. What I expect in terms of it, these outcomes, the self-awareness program, which will be the initial or which will be the first set of delivery, that will make them know as to who are they, what are their strengths, what are their values. That would help them learn their thinking styles, thinking patterns. There are two kinds of mindsets that we have: growth mindset and fixed mindset. Fixed mindset, I'm sure you all understand what do I mean. भाई मैं तो इतना ही कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरी लिमिट हो गई, लिमिट ऑफ फेल्योर और लिमिट ऑफ सक्सेस. Whereas growth mindset is one, कोई बात नहीं, आज फेल हुए हैं, थोड़ी मेहनत करते हैं, लोगों से सीखते हैं, and I will certainly be able to move ahead. When I'll be talking further, I'll show you what was the case of Ratan Tata when he launched this. What is that small car? None. Initially, he thought he has done a great job. एक 1.25 लाख में मैं उस स्कूटर पे चलने वाले बंदे को एक गाड़ी दे रहा हूं, and he isn't moving securely. However, the project failed. He could have given up. He could have thought, yaar, ho gaya, bas. But no, he didn't. And today, you know, Tata Motors, vehicles of Tatas, they are much in demand. Take the case of our friend Kalam. एक छोटे से गांव से आता है, बच्चा था, 4 बजे सुबह उठ करके अखबार बांटता था. You all know his story. He had tremendous problem on the singular major weakness, अंग्रेजी नहीं आती थी. I had the good fortune of being his immediate subordinate. It was really lucky for me to be working with him. वो अभी भी तमिल में सोचता था और बोलता अंग्रेजी में था. But he had tremendous so-called perseverance and vision. उसके पास, बंदे के पास क्या है, एक ड्रीम था, मैंने ये करना है. And if we as mentors can initiate this spark amongst our children, our students, I think हमने काम कर दिया. ये spark जरूरी है. If this spark can be generated, it'll be the gift by you all to them, and it will sound beyond the classroom. It will really be beyond the classroom. They'll think, अरे यार, वो बताया था इन्होंने, एक ड्रीम होता है, मेरा ड्रीम क्या है, मेरी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है. अगर हम ये सब कर सके, I am very sure with your kind of experience, wealth of wisdom, and the exceptional professional competence which you all have acquired, this is possible. There's nothing more I can say on this. Communication is the issue, but हम बहुत सारे लोग सोचते हैं अंग्रेजी बोलना is communication. आप आगे देखेंगे अंग्रेजी बोलना is not communication. I mean, in my opinion, what is communication? If I can convey my point of view clearly, concisely, and in a manner which is understood by the audience, दैट इज कम्युनिकेशन। तुम मराठी में बोलो, हिंदी में बोलो, गुजराती में बोलो, जिसमें भी बोलो, whichever way you're talking is what is communication. अंग्रेजी बोलना is no communication. हम एग्जाम्पल कोट करना चाहता हूँ अपने प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब की। वो क्या कहते थे, एज यू ऑल नो, द स्मॉल टाइम आरएसएस वर्कर, उनका फंडा क्या था, सबको सुनो, सबको सुनो, देखो कि किस तरीके से वो बंदे डील करते, अडॉप्ट दैट एंड देन अपनी बात बताओ। तो वो भी थोड़े शब्दों में, लंबी चौड़ी कहानी करने का फायदा। स्वामी विवेकानंद, what was his concept? He always started with भाइयों और बहनों, sisters and brothers. Immediately connection established हो गया, रिश्तेदारी जम गई। So this is what is really communication. This is why I look at it, and this is what the way, I mean, successful people have talked about. एक और हमारे बच्चों की प्रॉब्लम है, जरा सा सेटबैक हो गया, अब क्या करें? बाउंस बैक इज नॉट देयर इशू। हम लोग उन्हें मोटिवेट ही नहीं करते। हमारे पेरेंट्स अगर कि वो पीछे हट गए, फेल हो गए, उन्हें बताने की जगह कोई बात नहीं बेटा, तो उसकी पीठ पे हाथ रखने की जगह हम डांट मारते हैं। तो क्या करना है, फायदा कर दिया, साल बर्बाद हो गया। So this is another issue which is with most of the children today. Decision making. Are they making informed decisions? Are they arriving at their conclusions, making their dreams, or they're making their goals? Think critically and arrive at solutions. And teamwork is a major issue. मैं अपना किस्सा बताता हूँ। When I joined the armed forces back in 62, थोड़े दिन बाद में मैं कहूँ यार ये सब लोग तो मस्ती मार रहे हैं, मैं ही लगा हुआ हूँ। So I one day went over to my boss and I said, सर इस टीम को मुझे नहीं, इस टीम की मुझे कोई जरूरत नहीं है, मैं अकेले काम करके दे दूंगा। मेरी बात सुन ली, 2 दिन बाद टीम डिसबैंड हो गई, काम पूरा नहीं हुआ। हाँ बेटे क्या कहता वो मेजर साहब लेफ्टिनेंट साहब को क्या बोलेंगे, बेटा ही बोलते थे। हाँ बेटे क्या हुआ, नहीं हुआ ना, अब तू टीम के साथ काम कर। एंड दैट इज फ्रॉम वेयर आई लर्न यार, टीम इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट। वो हम लोग यूपी वाले बोलते हैं ना, अकेला चना भाड़ नहीं फोड़ सकता। दैट्स एग्जैक्टली व्हाट द स्टोरी इज, दैट इज व्हाट इज टीम वर्क। Now comes your role. We visualize that mentors would be active listeners, will be empathetic. Well, sit with them यार, उनकी प्रॉब्लम क्या है, बताओ तुम्हारी समस्या क्या है, तुम कहाँ दिक्कत है, घर की प्रॉब्लम है, पढ़ाई की प्रॉब्लम है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? Be with them. And if you are going to be with them, they'll make a lot of difference. They'll become your friends, and if they become your friends, things will change all the way. But you'll have to have patience. हम जल्दीबाजी नहीं कर सकते, आराम से चलना पड़ेगा। Then be their guide and friends, role model for them. You have to be a storyteller. It is your own stories of failure and success, your own wisdom, whatever you have achieved in life, how have you reached there? If I start my story, I come from a very humble background. My father was a small-time technician in a sugar factory. He had hardly any salary, income. We have 7 brothers and sisters. मेरी माँ फटी धोती पहन करके अपनी पूरी जिंदगी गुजार दी। मेरे बाप ने चप्पल और धोती में ही अपना सारा टाइम निकाल दिया। पर उन्होंने एक ही चीज सिखाई हमें, बेटा जीवन में आगे तो बढ़ना। और उसके लिए वो, हम तो कलाम साहब को नहीं जानते थे, वो कहते थे एक काम करो, उधर जाओ, एक गोला बनाओ, एक गोला बनाओ, उसमें उस गोले के अंदर और गोले बनाओ, और उसमें से एक छोटा गोला उसकी तरफ नजर देखो, वो तुम्हारा एम है। जिसे हम फौजी कहते हैं ना, बुल। हमें बुल की भाषा उनकी बात उन्हें बोलते ही समझ आता है, तो वो भी खासा पढ़े लिखे नहीं थे, बट दैट इज व्हाट इज माय बैकग्राउंड। Now, if we can narrate these stories, are stories of success and failure, how do we grow further? How did we arrive at what should we be doing? Then probably it can motivate them a great deal more than to be just sort of deliberate them a lecture. And of course, share your experiences. Another aspect for mentors' mindset. How we make the students feel? So long we make them feel important. I mean, you have won the battle. You don't have any further effort to make. एक बार आप उनके दोस्त बन गए, बस सब कुछ काम हो गया. One encouraging conversation can change the lives of these people. It is only not only to deliver a session, a material of the session, but ignite confidence in them. Make them have hope and make them think it is possible. I'm sure you must have all read the book by Kalam, Ignited Minds.
Yes, sir.
So you all know what he used to say. Make them feel they have discovered themselves. If we are able to arrive that they have discovered themselves, they have understood what their identity is, what their strengths, weaknesses, thinking pattern, learning pattern, all those things. बस हमारी लड़ाई जीत गई. Delivery framework, effort would be to connect with them, engage them, and then inspire them. My formula or suggestion is 40% we speak, 60% they speak. They talk 60%, we talk 40%. Connect with them. Empathy is the only way to connect with them. Engage through activities and reflections. When I say reflection, this simply implies that whatever we have discussed so far, they can think over and realize, identify, हाँ yes, इसमें से कुछ मुझे एक आध दो हिस्से मिल गए क्या? That is what the reflection means. And of course, inspire them through your own struggles, stories, success and failure. We have also introduced in the session a good deal of stories of the successful people from industry, sports, R&D, films, and so on. Very important factor that it can't be lecturing like what I said, 40, 60. So every 20, 25 minutes, if we can engage them by activity. And activity means it could be question answers, make students come and stand on the board, read what the contents are, and then question answer. Then we as mentors simply summarize, highlight the points. We don't carry on delivering the talk. We make them, आपको खड़ा करके बोले अच्छा पढ़ो क्या लिखा हुआ है, थोड़ा तो आप इंगेज हो जाए फिर. आपको अच्छा हम वीडियोग्राफी कर रहे हैं, बच्चों को लगेगा अरे मेरी भी फोटो आने वाली है. It will make a lot of different senses. Reflection activities. Then Nipun came up with the idea of Ideathon. Yes, after 4 or 5 sessions, we'll certainly introduce this program of Ideathon so that students can be engaged with what they have thought about, what they should do, and then there'll be a competition for which there can be sort of a small token award. Debates, debate discussion, group discussions, role plays, and appreciate all responses. We are not going to criticize their responses. We'll just be making sure that whatever they are talking is right. Then if we want to correct them in a way that they don't feel कि हमने उन्हें बोला तो गलती कर गए. The program has the freedom and flexibility. It provides you session objectives, the stories, activities, discussion points, etc. So you can, I mean, these are just the ideas that are given to you. But you have total flexibility and freedom to use them in your own way. You can introduce examples, use them in context with the area where you're delivering it, and modify language to suit the audience. Local stories, local context, and bring in your own style. Every one of us have a different style of communication. So if we are able to bring in our own style of communication, कैसे उन्हें बताना है, you are done. That is total. I mean, program is totally flexible. There's nothing. There's just about a few non-negotiables. Session objectives, we will not expect you to change unless there is a reason on the basis of feedback that session objectives need to be modified. The students' participation must be encouraged and continued at all times. हम भाषण नहीं देने जा रहे हैं, हम उनके साथ में ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो पॉइंट हम उन्हें बोला है वो हमसे फ्रीली डिस्कस करें and make the students leave the room thinking, reflecting, wanting to improve themselves and looking forward to next session. आप टीवी सीरियल देखते हैं ना, तो हम उसके बीच में सीरियल कंप्लीट होने के पहले वो आपको कुछ ऐसा छोड़ देंगे आइडिया that you keep thinking यार अगला सेशन जरूर दे, and that is what we need to do. I have made a submission here that whatever we are making available to the mentors should not be used as a commercial action. And because what is bothering me is, as of today, if you go on the internet or on any search engine, you'll find at least about 50 different projections available on LifeSkill. However, they're all in the lecture book. In our case, nothing is in lecture book. We are all talking. We are all having a communication. We are all having a dialogue. It is not a monologue. So that is where I request you, kindly do not mind my writing this, but this is what you kindly appreciate. It is ISF property, which is being passed on to you in toto. There are no sort of hold-ups on that. There's so many there. I also thought of introducing this. I don't know. Let's see what you all and Ms. Malti proposes. I was thinking of providing a daily token, a small little award, maybe a pen, maybe a chocolate, maybe something else, to at least 5 best participants and speakers. Also, a certificate of participation for students who have attended these programs for more than 85% in attendance. At the end of this program, I think of presenting a trophy to the best student who has participated in this. I had suggested something which I was asked not to include for you all to decide. Videography is another thing which we'll be doing. Of course, we'll not be publishing it, but then we'll make them feel कि यार मेरी फोटो आ रही है, शायद कहीं ये publish करेंगे. जो मैंने एक और आइडिया दिया था which Miss Malti turned down and Nipun said nothing doing. एक आइडिया दिया था which I thought you all can afford probably. Initiate a process of a scholarship for some 2-3 outstanding students. But since as of this at this point of time, ISF is not able to fund that kind of money. So we dropped that idea presently. Maybe after some time we are able to
You
do
may
it.
be able to
Yes.
connect them to the such organizations which provide scholarships.
That's what I'm saying. That is where Nipun suggested that ISF cannot do it for everyone. So, and if I want to do it, may not look appropriate because then if Chitra wants to do it, she has a problem. मेरे पास तो पैसा नहीं है. I don't mean that तुम्हारे पास पैसा नहीं है. I don't agree with you. अरे डॉक्टर के पास पैसा नहीं है, क्या मजाक कर रहे हैं आप? खैर, तो मेरा आइडिया था, but both these sort of authorities, I would call them authorities, they suggested कि ये uniformly नहीं हो पाएगा, तो इसे अभी for the present we leave it. Maybe at some later stage we may be able to fund it.
That's what people suggested, that we could develop this idea hackathon. Let the children put up projects which are worth winning. We want them to, come up with, so scholarship may be one idea, but which we may give it to a board after sometime down the line. But right now we can start with the project and ideathon. We must spark that what ideas they come up with. And that should be, I think, the best reward that they should be looking for, and that we could also. Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you for agreeing to
at the end of each session, this is my recommendation. You all can modify, think what you want to do. Some kind of a message must be transmitted to the students by the mentors at the end of each session. Some of them, what I have written, Kalam's Ignited Mind. Both of them are from his book. उसको हिंदी में ट्रांसलेट करने की कोशिश की है. विवेकानंद जी का कहना, एकाग्रता के साथ अपने सपने देखो, उद्देश्य के साथ जीवन जियो और समर्पण के साथ कार्य करो. And so on. There can be many quotes available. You can carry on. There's the same thing. Churchill, success is not final failure. It's not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Now, some of these messages, they have a great value. That's what I feel. And if we can get them, if you make sure that they are delivered succinctly, slowly, each word being read out with pauses, well, certainly somewhere कहीं तो रुक जाएगा, एक आध point तो रुक जाएगा, which I think we have achieved. And like Malti was saying that, मेरा अपना सोचना है, हम जितने बच्चों को पढ़ा रहे हैं, उसमें से अगर 10% ने भी ये पकड़ लिया, मैं समझूंगा हमारा तो एफर्ट सक्सेसफुल हो गया. This is the way I look at it. With this part of presentation is done. Now, one of the sessions that all those sessions required for this program have all been drafted. However, one session, which is the initial session, which is what I proposed delivering at the first instance, is in readiness. I'll share a part of it with you people. And before I go on with that, now I'll want you all to have your reaction, your observation, your reflection before we proceed. May I have you as an open house discussion? It'll be worthwhile that that can help us improve the performance.
We first give the opportunity to online people.
Yes.
Okay, okay, fine, fine, fine.
Maybe we close the presentation now. And so that we have
Yeah.
better stream.
Yeah. Or sir, you want to, you don't want to take those first few sessions, you know.
But let us first have a little sort of.
Yeah, no, you also get it, Dina. Take off.
Yes,
Now we did not see the. And for the mic also.
Yes, ma'am.
We can invite comments from various sections.
Yeah, sure. No, I might be like that. So Shruti, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am.
But this was such a, just before we get into the brainstorming also, sir, I think this is, you have put in so much of an effort into just designing it, and there is some amount of effort which our team has also put in. I think. The drawing. वाला मॉडल मैम ने खुद बोला कि हमको 4 को इम्पैक्ट नहीं करना है. She keeps putting these new targets. कि this is not 490, 400, but 9600. And we will do that.
They know that if we aim for the moon, they get a rocket east.
No, I'll put something else. What Doctor, I'm sure you all know what Dr. Raja Ramanna.
Yes.
I again had the good fortune of working with him as one of his immediate subordinates. What he used to say, if you want to reach the moon, if you want to reach the rooftop, aim for the moon. He always said, if you want to reach the rooftop, aim for the moon. And when I said, yeah, my lieutenant colonel hota tha, so I used to wonder, what is he talking? For a few minutes, I was wonderstruck कि ये क्या मतलब है, छत पे पहुंचने के लिए मून को क्यों रीच करना, वो तो 100-200 सीढ़ियां हैं, अभी शुरू करूं घंटे भर में पहुंच जाऊंगा. कहता बेटा तू कभी चालू ही नहीं होगा, रूफ टॉप पहुंचने के लिए तू चालू ही नहीं होगा. This is exactly the way he used to say, KC, you will not start to reach the rooftop because you know कभी भी चालू हो जाऊंगा. वही स्टोरी है ना कछुए की और खरगोश की.
Yes. So Shruti, can you ask people online?
We can moderate it from here.
Why not?
So anybody online, sir has given us such a good presentation on what he has designed and how he has designed and how he's worked on it. So maybe quickly we take like 5 inputs from the online participants.
Anyone?
Then raise their hand and or just like that. Unmute yourself and start off. Yes, Jyoti.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. It was really very, very impressive talk. And obviously for such great initiative, we need such great talks and great people with us. And first of all, for skill education, the greatest hindrance I realize is people's relation with the skills. In India, degrees are given so much of importance. If someone says, I'm learning this skill, no one will be happy. Even parents won't be happy to tell it to the people around them. Society recognizes degrees. So first of all, we have to brainwash people around us, brainwash students, their parents, that these skills, and at times these skills are so valuable in life. Like, see, one skill I would say here, you make money, you earn money. But the more important is making that money work for you. It means investing money wisely. But 90% of the youth in today's era, what I have noticed, they make good money, but at the end of the month, they say, we don't have any money. The way our expenses are, because they don't know how to invest money wisely, how to manage their money. So these are basic skills. And rather in day-to-day life also, we spend so much on the service industry. बच्चों को नॉलेज नहीं है, कुछ बिजली का एक स्विच भी लगाना है, एक बल्ब भी चेंज करना है, they won't know. They will wait for the electrician to do it because these things are easily available in India. But if you know these skills, because these skills are not quantifiable in terms of society, so these are not valued. उनकी वैल्यू सिखाना, उस वैल्यू को embrace करना, वो ज़्यादा important है. And once you know these values, these things are so valuable. वो बच्चों में अपने आप आएगा और ये स्किल्स तो इतनी अच्छी चीज है कि आप एक बार सीखना शुरू करो तो इंटरेस्ट आता है. एकेडमिक्स में तो इंटरेस्ट क्रिएट करना इज टफर देन क्रिएटिंग इंटरेस्ट इन दीज स्किल्स, बट वी हैव टू टीच देम टू वैल्यू दीज स्किल्स. And as far as English is concerned, we see there are many examples, right? He said we have to end this with some good message or good story. Excuse me. There's this guy, Anand Kumar from Bihar. He takes 30 students every year who are economically very underprivileged, and most of them, they clear IIT. And he was invited to TEDx. He didn't know English. उसने हिंदी में दिया, टूटी फूटी इंग्लिश में लेक्चर दिया, बट उसके आइडिया से लोग इतने इम्प्रेस थे कि people listen to his TED talk and it became very popular. It was in 2010. This guy Sugata Mitra, he received Global TEDx Award. At that time, NIT education was very popular, but it was so expensive, only few rich people could afford it. He said, only people who come from the rich background, parents come and say, my child is very good at computer education. He said, this I don't understand. Why can't poor people understand this computer? He made a hole in that NIT wall. On the other side, it was a village rather very poor people lived there, and none of the children had access to education. It was very high, with very high internet speed. The computer faced that wall towards the village. And all the children, they were so fascinated. What is this? They started coming to that. They started playing with the mouse. And gradually, he could find many children, they learned how to operate computer on their own. It was just the exposure. And for this experiment was known as the hole in the wall. And he was given the TED Global 2010 Award, Sugata Mitra. You can listen to his TED talk available on the Google. So this way we can take many ideas from such talks, from such experienced people, and whatever shortcoming a child has. Suppose child doesn't want to learn English. It's okay. He should be given examples that you can make your other capabilities, other skills so powerful that English is never a hindrance. Anything the child wants to learn, we suppress the main thing, and we make them learn नहीं English तो सीखना ही पड़ेगा, इसके बिना तो गुजारा नहीं है. वो बच्चा उस एक weakness में इतना परेशान हो जाता है कि उसकी skill share lifelong वो expose ही नहीं हो पाती है. So the idea is to catch the best skill in the child, motivate him towards that, so that he gets best at that.
These are the few. Pointing that out, and I think that's a very valid suggestion that you were making with respect to honing the skill that the child has and the child has interest in. So I would request anybody who speaks next to be a little briefer, because we have a full room here also. So, but those are very, very relevant suggestions. I think we take use of them. Shweta, I saw your hand raised. Do you want to add something?
Yeah, quickly, I won't take up too much time. First of all, sir, thank you. It was a wonderful presentation. I hung on to each and every word that you said. It resonated with my personal sense of values as well. There's just one small observation, and it's just my thought process. When we say we'll reward top 5 students, I would think that this shifts the message from only a few are successful to every student has a strength worth celebrating. So when we mentor, we are trying to get the students feeling confident, and simply rewarding high performance doesn't strengthen students' confidence, engagement, and a sense of belonging. So maybe I think that could be tweaked a bit, because these are all mostly government school students, and they all have, different journeys. They're all struggling with different things. So I think participation for each should be encouraged rather than getting a sense of competitiveness. That's my thought.
Perfect, Shweta. I think half of the work we did, half of the work you have already done. So can you solve it now?
I think we'll have a solution.
We'll have a solution.
I'll come back instead of commenting right away. I feel unless, I repeat, unless a sense of competition is introduced,
Yes.
unless a sense of participation is introduced, out of 100, if we say हम 5 को चुनेंगे, ये जरूरी नहीं है कि यही आज इन्होंने अच्छा बोला, आज उन्होंने अच्छा बोला, आज उन्होंने अच्छा बोला, तो ये 5 ही हो गए. ये तो हो नहीं सकता है कि that every day same set of student, and this will depend entirely on the mentor as to how does he encourage the participation of these students.
bringing up of children, you never give a negative feedback.
Yes.
They never get to handle a negative situation in life.
Absolutely.
So I think we have to balance the two. Shreda's point is valid, but we also need to introduce some kind of, motivation to do better and better.
Yeah, yeah.
So we find out sometimes psychologists के आएंगे, उनसे भी पूछ सकते हैं,
Correct.
what can be the best
Good
way.
point. Very good point.
Very good point.
Very valid point. So anybody else quickly from amongst the online, otherwise I'll open the floor. Madhav, do you want to say something? Yes.
Yes, thank you, Nipun. Yeah, the presentation and the talk by doctor was really reflecting all his experience with the students and very useful to mentors like me. We have something to be done in mind, and it will be done very easily with this beginning, the opening talk by him. And what I see that yes, that reward thing, it need not be in a materialistic reward, but it can be simply Hall of Fame, You have these five names of people put on a board in a hotel, So best web staff for the month, like that, So it doesn't make that feel of being away from such a recognition, right? That's the only contribution from me.
I just want to say one thing. Friends, I have no exposure. This is my confession. I have no exposure to the students of secondary and higher secondary education. I have no exposure to them. I dealt with the students of engineering, MBA and things, and persons of that kind. I mean, students doing PhD, a lot of students I have been instrumental in making a number of students do PhD under me. So you see, that is the kind of exposure I have. I don't really know as to how will they all behave. So there's a lot to be done on that.
The online people, yeah. Anyone
So
from
just last somebody from the online ones, just please unmute yourself and speak up.
if there is
If there is anyone, otherwise
otherwise,
I think Bimal sir wanted to say something. He unmuted himself. Bimal sir,
Bimal Kanta madam.
Bimal Kanta madam, sorry. Bimal Kanta madam.
Or anyone else.
Or anyone else, anybody who is wanting to speak, or maybe we go to Alka.
Yeah.
Alka ji.
For this, we have talked, like both of us have talked 11, 12 for every role. Needs to have. Okay. Maybe we had so many different kind of centers, which points they can easy to golden points, silver points, then but they were least bothered.
No, but
But this is this. Sorry.
Sorry, so the man is talking of students of privileged schools.
Yes.
I think there's a big difference between that San Francisco. I mean, those are even there we didn't have very students from very high. But still, they were all on behalf. So I would say that maybe our experience of the underprivileged children has been that they get encouraged rather easily, I would say. They are looking for warm, pat on the back. I think these wonders to them.
I think in that everybody needs more.
Yes.
Yes.
That's
You see,
Whether they are from DPS, whether they are from
yeah.
Perfect, ma'am.
I think yeah, sure.
Perfect.
here I want to make one point. That word empathy, which I have used at least in my talk so far, at least more than 20 times. हम अगर कि उसके साथ बैठ के यार गप्पे लगाओ, थोड़ा उसको समझो क्या है वो आप जो उससे बोल रहे करने के लिए, आई कैन गिव यू इन राइटिंग स्टैम्प पेपर पे लिखवा लेना मुझसे, सॉरी सेइंग दैट, कि वो करके देगा आपको।
वो करके देगा, लेकिन आप बोलो कि दे दो या दे दो को आपको
In fact,
चलो गिफ्ट वाला
Altama's own students, by her encouragement, through her encouragement.
Ma'am, should I say few words?
Yeah, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am a retired lecturer from the senior and senior secondary school in Chandigarh. मैं आपको सिर्फ हिंदी में 2 वर्ड कहूंगी कि सबसे पहले ये जो आपका प्रोग्राम है लाइफ स्किल, कि हमने बच्चों को उनकी लाइफ से रिलेटेड कि उन्होंने अपनी जिंदगी कैसे जीनी है वो स्किल डेवलप करनी है। यही चाहते हो ना आप? दिस इज द मेन मोटिव। सर मैंने ना साइंस टीच की है, तो जब हमने साइंस पढ़ी थी तो हमने तो रट्टे मारे हुए थे, हमें कोई प्रैक्टिकल वगैरह नहीं आता था। लेकिन व्हेन आई स्टार्टेड टीचिंग साइंस टू द 10th क्लास एंड इट वाज इन चंडीगढ़, वन ऑफ द बेस्ट स्कूल ऑफ द चंडीगढ़, तो मैं तो जब प्रैक्टिकल करना होता था मैं बच्चों को कह देती थी कि बच्चे मैनू ता कोई सैल नहीं जे जोड़ना आंदा। कैन यू अंडरस्टैंड माई लैंग्वेज? बच्चे आप करोगे वी विल डू द प्रैक्टिकल टुमारो दिस। आपने पूरी प्रेपरेशन करके आनी है। और मैं आपको बता नहीं सकती कि वो यंग बच्चे इतना बढ़िया क्रिएटिविटी करते थे कि वो बुक में भी नहीं होता था, और वो बच्चे आज तक मेरे को याद करते हैं, रिमेम्बर करते हैं। सो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है कि ये मत सोचो कि सब कुछ हमें ही आता है क्योंकि हम टीचर हैं ना। वो यंग जनरेशन है, उनके पास ज्यादा क्रिएटिविटी है, उनके पास ज्यादा टेक्नोलॉजी है। गिव देम द अपॉर्चुनिटी। उनकी चिंगारी को यार बर्न कर दो, वो अपने आप सारे काम करेंगे। बस आई वांट टू से ओनली दिस थिंग। थैंक यू।
Rightly said.
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Bimal ma'am.
Now I would request कि अब तुम्हारे में से अलका मैम से तो रहेगा। So let's start with Kapil sir.
अच्छा, somebody else.
Ma'am, I think there is some glitch. We'll see like how we are just fixing it.
A little bit of that we will have to be addressed.
Yes.
How we do it? We can discuss it amongst ourselves.
What Brigadier साहब जो आप बोल रहे हैं ना, that is the biggest stumbler, that is the biggest hurdle. And if anyone thinks that हमारे ये भाषण देने से या प्रोग्राम चलाने से सब हो जाएगा, नहीं होगा। हमको उन्हें कन्विंस करना पड़ेगा। That is why I said the current academic system, my only suggestion has been we'll request principals, or that principals have agreed, 2 additional sessions per week. By कंपटीशन कर लो, पर इसके बिना आगे बढ़ने में तुम्हें मुश्किल। 10%, 5%, 20%, कितने बच्चे बहुत सारे हैं। आज पहली क्लास में आएंगे, दूसरी क्लास में, तीसरी क्लास में नहीं भी आएंगे। इसमें कोई शक नहीं है मुझे।
Yes. No. Yeah.
Actually, this one-to-one talk, like you said, no, it's my personal experience. This one-to-one talk that you do with children, it actually has an impact on them. I can tell you my personal experience. There was one child long back, he's around 45 now. Actually, he failed in biology. So I called him since I was a teaching to biology, lab was accessible. So I called him. I made him sit. I talked to him. I said, there is nothing that you have lost. You can succeed. She said that either I will die. He came all the way from US to meet me and he said मैं जिस हॉस्पिटल में काम करता हूँ सब आपको जानते हैं लेकिन मैं तो किसी को नहीं जानती तो he said मैम मैं सबको ये कहता हूँ if I am a doctor today it is because of my man and he said so like everybody in the hospital knows so that one-to-one talk actually has an impact on the child because maybe there is a child who is not very confident with speaking in public. So if you have that one-to-one connection with the child, it does really help. I can tell you, I'm the person. Exactly. But these days, parents are more interested कि आकार क्या रहा है, वो फिजी जा रहा है. Yeah, I always tell them, like understand your strength. You're failing in maths, and you expect कि आप IIT clear कर लोगे, first अपने maths का पंगा तो clear कर लो. That is where actually the problem lies.
Absolutely.
So I think I would request Mitchell to speak your.
Yeah, we'll come to you, sir.
Last one. Okay, last one. Okay. Yeah.
But I think like Sarkar to motivate to make it so engaging that children would automatically come back to classes, sir.
Hello, बिल्कुल नाइस प्रेजेंटेशन बहुत ही अच्छा है इट वाज गिवन मेरा मैं पता है करना चाहता हूं फर्स्ट थिंग व्हाट इज लाइफ फर्स्ट डिफाइन लाइफ व्हाट इज लाइफ लाइफ पर एवरीवन इज डिफरेंट हर एक का लाइफ का डेफिनेशन डिफरेंट है अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस वन डेफिनेशन तो लाइफ स्किल का मतलब लाइफ में हाउ टू सस्टेन हाउ टू प्रोटेक्ट हाउ टू प्रोग्रेस these are the three features in life everybody has to do if the child understands his life and then he can sustain it also protect भी कर सकता है then only he can progress so all teachers all mentors have to see that the child understand what is his life and how he can sustain first thing sustain नहीं होगा तो कुछ नहीं होगा sustainability of life that is the life that is very important once he understand that I can sustain then he can do for securing the life उसका security नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं सीख सकता so we have to instill that confidence that we are secure and you can progress. And why we are doing it? Because it is for them. It is for the child and it is for his parents. It is for the society after all. तो मुझे लगता है इन तीनों के ऊपर हमें ये सारा जो है that's included in all this thing. अगर ऐसा हम कर सकते हैं तो अच्छा होगा. Then other thing I share, everybody learns pehली बार by exposure as you said, secondly by experience and third by comparison. आप एक चाइल्ड को कुछ मत बोलो सब एक्सपोज टू समथिंग उसी टाइम जैसे हम कहीं पे विजिट करने जाते हैं हिल स्टेशन में हमें तो लेक्चर ही मिलता वी कम टू नो ऑल अबाउट हिल स्टेशन इट इज द एक्सपोजर देन द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द चाइल्ड दैट मे सिमिलर एंड द थर्ड इज कंपैरिजन इन द लेवल वो कहाँ पे है और कितना काम कर रहा है तो इन तीनों पे हम एड्रेस कर सकते हैं इनको हेल्प कर सकते हैं विद ऑल दीस थिंग्स इन दैट तो मुझे लगता है वो बाहर कितने पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है डन मैंने अपने बच्चे पीएचडी किया है उन्होंने मैंने कुछ नहीं बोला जो आप बोल रहे हैं वही किया है उनके साथ उन्होंने बोला मुझे मैथ नहीं आता मैंने छोड़ दे मैथ में क्या है बट व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम मैंने इस तरह से दे हो गया अरे ये कर व्हाई यू गिव सो मच इंपॉर्टेंस टू मैथ तो उसको सीखते हैं दिस इज व्हाट आई एम थैंक यू
I have a very good point made. Make them understand what life is. Yes. Absolutely correct. Life को बता दो, skills बता दो, life skills बस सब हो गया.
Child will never learn from comparison. They will never reach.
Comparison के मामले में हम बात में करेंगे. Comparison is an issue which causes a lot of stress. We will not talk of comparison.
It's a double-edged sword.
One more.
You need some
यार ये तो मेरी चीनी बढ़ती जाएगी.
Sir, it is like stress. It is a double-edged weapon. You need some amount of stress to provide in life, but how much of that will you know? So हम कहाँ पे इसको balance करना that is going to be major.
नहीं comparison को हम पीछे रखते हैं.
ये तो बाद में करेंगे.
While thanking the general for a very good, inspiring talks to all of us, I must say a couple of things. One, that Brigadier just raised is that these people may not be. Only thing is, what I suggest is that for a couple of days that we are with them, so initially 1 to 3 days,
we all are experienced enough to assess the receipt. How much are they going to receive it? How much are they interested and things like that, and go accordingly. Secondly, when I was doing my other assignments before, I was the teacher of Teach India of Times of India initiative, and I've been teaching in police training college and military army. And where I have seen is that I have done myself. Number one, I used to have at the end of the session, we used to have kind of a presentation. Everything is arranged by the learners. Nothing. I mean, I'll be there to guide them, but everything is there, including the MC and everything, presenting, role model, all the things that we have done. And secondly, that you were saying about the inspiring quotes of the day that we should put on the board. I normally used to do it at the beginning of the session, but I'm sure your suggestion is well taken that we should do it at the end of the session.
Okay.
Perfect, sir.
Thank you. I think Neeraj wants to speak, and then Diljeet.
I want to share my experience with the students. Actually, the survey is connect, that is very important. We connect with the students. And one day as I was teaching, I came to the class.
सेशन में हम करेंगे उन स्लाइड्स में है
Some of these children are walking outside. They saw that I am inside the class. Oh, they said like this. I said, क्यों तुमको पढ़ना नहीं? जाओ तुम बाहर जाओ. तो बोले नहीं हमें पढ़ना. फिर मैं क्या करता हूँ बच्चों को बोलता हूँ कि बोल दे करो क्वेश्चन. जैसे बच्चों को they feel very happy when they go on the board. उनको लगता है कि साइंस में मेरा हमको अच्छा अचीवमेंट मिलता है. एक दिन ऐसे क्लास में मैं कुछ पढ़ा रहा था, मैंने देखा कुछ लोग बात कर रहे हैं. तो मैंने उनको बोला चुप रहो, सुन लो सब क्या कह रहे हैं. तो उन्होंने को ध्यान दीजिए. मेरे को गुस्सा नहीं आता, मेरे पास आता है एक बोतल मैंने उठा के देना तो अब मैं ये पढ़ा करता हूँ. ऐसे ही बात करता क्लास. एक बच्चा मैं क्लास में नहीं पढ़ाता हूँ. बच्चे देखिए हम रनिंग नहीं सर ऐसा मत करो, प्लीज आप पढ़ाओ. हम लिसनिंग प्रॉपर. तो ऐसा टाइम हमारा होता है तो बच्चों को कोई भी सब्जेक्ट हो, मैथ्स हो, इंग्लिश हो, ऐसे और बच्चे कर सकते हैं. कनेक्ट इज मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट.
अगर आप लोग बुरा न माने तो मैं 10 मिनट में आपको सेशन का जो भी हम चलाने चाहते हैं वो सैंपल दिखाता हूँ कि किस तरह से उसे मैं कंडक्ट करने के लिए सजेस्ट करता हूँ.
I was suggesting that a lot of answers are there also.
Will be answered there itself.
That is what I was saying. वो देखिए.
लगा हुआ तो है. नहीं चल रहा है. There's a small little 10-minute talk. I'll stand up and say, this is the way exactly I want to do it. I won't be standing at the top of the class. I'll be standing somewhere here. Good morning, friends.
Good morning.
Why am I calling you friends? We are not friends. No. We are going to be friends only. From today onward, we'll only be friends. Once again, a question. How are you insisting on being friend to me? Why? I am not here to teach you anything. My job is not to teach you anything. I am here. I have come here to be with you, to understand you, to make you appreciate as to what must you do for yourself in life, which will take you forward. आपकी प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है? घर में है, मैथ्स में है, सब्जेक्ट में है, किसमें है? I am going to work with you in that direction. So that's why I'm calling you friends. My dear, before we proceed further, भाई हम एक दूसरे को पहले जान तो ले, हम हैं क्या, हम हैं कौन, आप कौन है, मैं कौन हूँ, हम रोज एक दूसरे के बारे में जानना थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा। चलो पहले सेशन में हम एक दूसरे को जानने की कोशिश। सबसे पहले मैं अपने बारे में आपको बताता हूँ। मैं तो एक बहुत छोटे से परिवार, छोटे से तहसील से आता हूँ, जहाँ मेरा पिताजी महीने में 6 महीने घर से बाहर रहते थे, 6 महीने घर में आते थे। और कैसे हमारा गुजारा चलता था हम ही जानते हैं, कैसे स्ट्रगल करके हम आगे बढ़े। मेरा बाप एक ही चीज बोलता था, बेटा जीवन में अगर कुछ करना है तो ये सोचना कि मैं क्या बनना चाहता हूँ। मतलब कुछ है क्या दिमाग में, क्या बनना है मैं? तुम तो वो ये भी बोलता था, अरे तेरी अंग्रेजी तो बिल्कुल खराब है, तुझे बोलना तो आता नहीं है, मैथ्स में बहुत कमजोर है। मुझे बड़ा अफसोस होता था कि यार मुझे डांट पड़ती रह रही है हमारी। एनीवे, आई मेड अप माय माइंड, नथिंग डूइंग, आई मस्ट इम्प्रूव, आई मस्ट गेट आउट ऑफ दिस फिक्स माइंडसेट कि मैं इधर ही फंस गया हूँ, इससे ज्यादा आगे बढ़ नहीं सकता। नहीं नहीं, मैं अपना माइंडसेट बदली करूंगा, आगे बढ़ूंगा। सो हो आज कपूर साहब आ गए। आप सबने इसकी फिल्म मेरा नाम जोकर देखी? आज कपूर साहब ने ये फिल्म बनाई, लेकिन नहीं देखी, कोई बात नहीं, आजकल के बच्चों नहीं देखते होंगे। मैं आपको बताता हूँ इनकी स्टोरी क्या है। कपूर साहब ने ये फिल्म बनाई, he was considered as a legend, फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में लीजेंड थे। इन्होंने फिल्म बनाई, 3.5 घंटे की फिल्म थी, बहुत पैसे खर्चे, सारा कुछ इन्होंने उसमें लगा दिया, पर फिल्म फ्लॉप हो, फिल्म फेल हो गई, बर्बाद हो गए, बहुत बड़े कर्जे में डूब गए। पर कपूर साहब he never gave up, टूटे नहीं, कुछ नहीं, नथिंग डूइंग, कोई बात नहीं, फेल हो गया, कुछ नहीं। इन्होंने बॉबी बनाई, पता नहीं आप जैसे कितनों ने देखी है। इन्होंने फिल्म बॉबी बनाई और बॉबी इतनी सफल हुई, इतनी सक्सेसफुल हुई, सारे कर्जे निबट गए, एंड राज कपूर साहब फिर से लाइफ पे आ गए, फिर से फिल्म इंडस्ट्री में उनका नाम है। नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट Now, as I said, let's get to know each other. मैं आपसे सब लोग से कहूंगा, ये जो 5 पॉइंट्स मैंने लिखे हैं अपनी अपनी कॉपी में लिखें, और अपने बारे में आप में से पता नहीं कितनों ने ये सोचा होगा कि मेरी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है। मैं आप लोगों से भी पूछना चाहता हूँ, कभी आपने कभी लिखा बैठ करके मेरी स्ट्रेंथ क्या है? ये मैंने 4-5 एग्जाम्पल्स नोट किए, देयर में बी मेनी मोर। आपके इंटरेस्ट क्या है, पैशन क्या है? म्यूजिक है, क्रिकेट को देखने में इंटरेस्ट है, या कुछ और है, या कि साइंस में क्यूरियस है? अपने ड्रीम्स के बारे में सोचे। किसने कितने ड्रीम देखे? किसी ने ड्रीम के बारे में सोचा, किसी ने सोचा मैं क्या बनना है? सोचिए, क्या मैं IAS बनना चाहता हूँ, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, ये वो बहुत सारे ऑप्शन है आज की तारीख। एक और क्वेश्चन है, हु एम आई? Am I a cheerful type, creative type, and so on? Then positive belief, इसके बारे में भी सोचिए। तो ये सब लोग इन 5 पॉइंट्स को अपने लिखे अपनी कॉपी में, और having given them some time.
So that in the real scenario, one question will be taken up at a time, and either they speak or they write.
Sorry?
The students will speak or they will write.
That's your answer. So they will write first, they will be given some time, and during that time, my intention is to walk around the class. कुछ लोग बैठे हैं, क्या करूं क्या लिखूं, अच्छा भाई कहाँ फंस गए, नहीं समझ आ रहा क्या लिखूं, क्या क्या लिखना था। Sort of a thing.
So we just finished with that.
I hope I'm not
No,
disturbed.
Yes.
So a sort of a thing like this will go to some of these students who are not taking interest, they are not writing, उनके साथ बैठ के थोड़ी सी. Then once they have done this, then I intend asking some volunteers, 4, 5, 6, 10, जितने भी खड़े होकर अपने बारे में बोलना चाहते हैं. मुझे भरोसा नहीं है कि 4-5 से ज्यादा खड़े होंगे. उस 40-50 की क्लास में अगर 4-5 भी खड़े हो गए, समझो कि कुछ तो गाड़ी आगे बढ़ेगी. फिर भी अच्छा चल बोल 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 जरा बता अपने बारे में, क्या तेरे क्या स्ट्रेंथ है यार, बोलो ना जरा. सॉर्ट ऑफ नेक्स्ट. Oh, thanks. What is my dream? क्या सोचा है आपने, मैं क्या बनना चाहता हूँ. Think. What is important about that dream? Why is it important? है इसकी कोई वैल्यू, important है, सोचो. What will I do every day? हर दिन क्या करूंगा इस ड्रीम को पाने के लिए. आगे. Can someone of you help me? Can my friends help me? Can my parents help me? Can my teachers help me? If लोग सब लोग सोचो जरा, एक ड्रीम देखो, अपने बारे में सोचो कि हम कहाँ पहुंचना चाहते हैं और इन सब चीजों को सोचो, शायद कहीं पहुंच जाए. नेक्स्ट. ये गोल है, हम तो गोल पे पहुंचना है. When we talk of dream, दोस्तों सपने वो नहीं होते जो हम सोते हुए देखते हैं. सपने वो होते हैं जो हमें कभी सोने नहीं देते.
So again, they will write.
ना ये तो कोट हो गया ना.
Okay. No, I'm saying about what they want to learn. What do they dream of?
So वो अच्छा हाँ वो बीच में गैप हो गई.
Yeah.
Intention was they'll write all that and once again ask some volunteers
To speak.
to speak.
So they are engaging by writing, thinking and writing.
They are thinking, writing, and then engaging them to respond.
To respond.
Through their responses, engage them.
Oh.
Now the next question is, मैं पहले उससे पहले भाई साहब की बात भट्टाचार्य थी ना.
Yes.
उनकी एक बात मेरे को बड़ी अच्छी लगी. What is skill से पहले
What is life?
What is life? I'll introduce that as one of these.
Yes.
What is life? Very important. उसके बाद में skill आता है. खैर वो रह गया. Then what is skill? आप लोग क्या सोचते हैं skill है क्या? तो सब लोगों को टाइम देंगे सोचने के लिए. skill का मतलब क्या? आप देख सकते हैं. Skill is the ability to do quality work. हम अगर कोई काम हमें दिया जाए, बोलने का काम दिया जाए, वहां पर जाकर के कोई कागज डिलीवर करने का काम दिया जाए, हमसे कहा गया ये ऐसे कर दो इस काम को, हम उस काम को अच्छे से अच्छे ढंग से कर सके. दैट इज व्हाट इज स्किल. अब उस स्किल की डेफिनेशन ये तो बड़ी ब्रॉड बेस्ड डेफिनेशन है. बहुत सारी डेफिनेशन हो सकती है बट इसमें एक ही वर्ड इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड दैट इज क्वालिटी. अगर हमें जो भी काम दिया जाए हम उस काम को ढंग से अच्छे तरीके से कर सके. दैट इज व्हाट वुड बी डिफाइंड एज स्किल. हम सब में स्किल्स कोई जब से पैदा होते हैं तब स्किल हमारे पास, तब से तो हमारे पास स्किल्स होते नहीं. They are improved, they are improved through practice. Practice से बहुत कुछ फर्क पड़ जाता है. Next. Now think yourself. क्या कोई स्किल आपने किसी प्रैक्टिस के जरिए इम्प्रूव कर पाए हैं, करा है? Give them some time to think. Once again ask them. कोई बताना चाहेगा? दो चार एक दो वॉलंटियर होंगे, बताएंगे, नहीं होंगे नहीं बताएंगे, लाइक दैट. Now skills can be divided into mainly 5 categories: knowledge, hard skills, soft skills, professional skills, and life skills. I mean, सबका, I have no intention of describing that in detail. They can be asked. What I had thought was to ask them कि भाई तुम अपने अपने मोबाइल का इस्तेमाल करो, गूगल पे सर्च करो कि ये पांचों स्किल्स में क्या उनका क्या मतलब क्या है. देन अगले सेशन में हम आपसे पूछना चाहेंगे कि आप बताइए आपने रिसर्च करके क्या जाना, नॉलेज स्किल्स क्या हैं, एंड सो ऑन. नेक्स्ट. चूंकि हमारा सेशन या हमारा प्रोग्राम या थिंकिंग है लाइफ स्किल्स पर ज्यादा फोकस करना और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स जो कि हमेशा से बात करते आए हैं, तो आप देख सकते हैं कि लाइफ स्किल्स क्या है. लाइफ स्किल्स हमारी जड़ें हैं, लाइफ स्किल्स हमारी रूट्स हैं. अगर हमारे लाइफ स्किल्स ठीक हैं, देन सॉफ्ट स्किल्स जो कि उसकी शाखाएं हैं अपने आप ग्रो करें. अब सवाल होता है कैरियर. ब्रिगेडियर साहब कह रहे थे और बाकी सब लोगों का भी थिंकिंग है. I also think or agree with this that it will not be easy. It will not be easy to convince that कि भैया लाइफ स्किल पढ़ो, कैरियर के बारे में भूल जाओ. ना हो नहीं सकता.
आई थिंक पेरेंट्स और टीचर्स ही हमको कराने नहीं देते.
वही नहीं करते थे. सो इसीलिए मैंने मैं सोचा कि इंटरेस्ट स्किल्स और कैरियर को कोरिलेट करते हैं, देखते हैं. चलिए, interest plus skills. Once again, sorry, using this kind of equational verb expression, skills plus interest makes a successful career. Again, next. What are the interests? Everyone understand? What I enjoy doing most is what is interest. It could be academics, computers, sports, art, design, business, whatever. Next. What is skills? What I can do better. And career is the summary, is the sum total of both of them. In general, this is the way I intend delivering this program in this fashion. And intention is in totality to engage the audience, engage the student at every stage in the form of question answers, not in the form of delivery all the time. Present something, raise questions, ask them to sort of respond, and then carry further.
So what Dr. Raghav also mentioned that this is the framework, right? How we deliver, what we do in the class would be dependent on each mentor, and maybe the class response also. How the class is responding to writing, or to raising hand, or to group discussion. So I think a lot will depend on customizing. I think someone said एक दो क्लास के बाद पता चलता है कि बच्चे कैसे engage हो रहे हैं, right?
एक में आखिर में लास्ट में मेरा इंटेंशन है इस स्लाइड को दिखाने का.
And this is the last slide.
क्या है?
हर सेशन के आखिर में इस तरीके की एक स्लाइड दिखाना चाहता हूं जो बताएगा सोचो, अपने आप से सवाल पूछो, मैं क्या बनना चाहता हूं. Instead of saying आपने इस सेशन से क्या सीखा ना, इनको अगर क्वेश्चन करूंगा तो शायद उसका जवाब मिले या ना मिले, पर कम से कम सोचो तो यार, मैं क्या बनना चाहता हूँ, मेरी ताकत और कमजोरियां क्या है, खुद को जानो, सही दिशा पहचानो और अपने सपनों को सच करने का पूरा प्रयास करो। लास्ट वन। अगला सेशन लाइफ सेल्फ अवेयरनेस का है, जिसमें हम अपने विचार, भावनाओं, ताकत और कमजोरियों को समझने की कोशिश करेंगे, अपने आप को पहचानने का पूरा प्रयास करें। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, sir.
So, thank you, sir. So I think this introduction was, Abhinav has to speak. Dr. Vinod sir come. But आप 2 मिनट तो बोल ही सकते हैं सर। I mean, आप
लास्ट में बोल दूंगा।
This is last, sir. About this session, this is the last. We will not be discussing this after this. Meeting you in the mic.
Please give the mic.
Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Sir, the
उसका बाथरूम में चीजें ऊपर रख देंगे।
Yes. Sir. चलो, okay.
सर 1 मिनट बस इसको मूव कर। हाँ ठीक है सर, ठीक।
Okay.
मैं रास्ते में आ रहा हूँ क्या?
नहीं
सर आप लिखो।
सर सबसे पहले तो सर मैं आपको बधाई देना चाहूँगा, आपने बहुत अच्छा ये प्रेजेंटेशन किया और प्रयास किया है। और मेरी जो फीडबैक होगी, बिकॉज आई एम ट्रेनिंग फॉर 35 years इन डब्ल्यू, मैं उस पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कहना चाहूँगा, इन सब बातों को कम्युनिकेट करने के लिए हमारे जो रिसोर्स पर्सन है, इसमें हमने काफ़ी टर्मिनोलॉजीज यूज करी हैं। मेंटर्स आर डिफरेंट पीपल, ट्यूटर्स आर डिफरेंट, टीचर्स आर डिफरेंट, प्रोफेसर्स आर डिफरेंट, अध्यापक आर डिफरेंट, गुरुज आर डिफरेंट। सो ऑल दी पीपल दे वर्क एट डिफरेंट लेवल्स। हमने वो किनको बनाना है ये हमें तय करना पड़ेगा। इसके लिए दूसरा बात है, इनकी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग हमें करनी पड़ेगी, जो लोग पढ़ाएंगे इन सब के बारे में, और वो खुद भी वैसे होने चाहिए कि कैसे अपने जीवन में एग्जाम्पल तो आपने एग्जाम्पल वगैरह को देंगे। और जो जहाँ तक टर्मिनोलॉजी का ताल्लुक है, आपने बहुत अच्छी बात कही है कि आजकल बहुत सारे अपने अपनी टर्मिनोलॉजी के मीनिंग है, तो हमें उसको थोड़ा कंटेक्चुअलाइज करना पड़ेगा। जैसे हमें जो स्किल सेट पढ़ाया गया था, तो बेसिकली देयर आर 3 टाइप्स ऑफ स्किल्स, दैट इज एक्टिंग स्किल्स, रिएक्टिंग स्किल्स एंड इंटरैक्टिंग स्किल्स। ये हमें चाहिए, एक मोटी बात बताएंगे नॉलेज का। तो हमें थोड़ा सा डेफिनेशंस वगैरह का भी देखना होगा, उसको जो सीबीएसई का करिकुलम वगैरह है उसके साथ से थोड़ा सा जो मेन बात इसमें मैं समझ रहा हूँ कि ये शॉर्ट एनालिसिस की आपने कई बार बात करी, स्ट्रेंथ एंड वीकनेस की बात है। तो हमारे रिसोर्स पर्सन होंगे, जो भी होंगे, मतलब उनकी कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग इसमें जरूरी को भी करें, क्योंकि उन्हीं लोगों ने इसको डायरेक्ट स्टूडेंट से हम मतलब इट विल बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट के बच्चों को इसका बातें समझना। और मैं ये इस तर्ज पे कह रहा हूँ कि मैं रिसेंटली मैंने 15,000 टीचर्स की ट्रेनिंग कराई है रिसेंटली 1.5 साल में। देयर वाज अ प्रोग्राम ऑफ आई वांट टू शेयर विद यू सीबीएसई, आई वाज अ पार्ट ऑफ दैट, आई डिजाइन दैट प्रोग्राम आल्सो। तो मेरे प्रिंसिपल, वाइस प्रिंसिपल, हेड मिस्ट्रेस, पीजीटी, टीजीटी सब होते थे। तो वहां पर जो मैंने 1-2 चीजें पाई जिसका हमें इसमें ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि फंडामेंटल्स आर नॉट क्लियर। तो हम जो इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स को टच करने जा रहे हैं, बड़े महत्वपूर्ण बातें हम उनके जीवन की हम उन पर टच करने जा रहे हैं, तो फंडामेंटल शुड बी वेरी क्लियर। और इसमें कहीं पर हमें टीचर्स को भी ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा, सीधे स्टूडेंट्स से हम बात करने के बजाय थोड़ा। और ये अलग 2 सेशन रखने से हमारा काम बनने वाला नहीं है सर, क्योंकि आपका जो एजेंडा है ये उनके जीवन से कनेक्टेड है। एक मैं जो स्ट्रेटेजी समझ सकता हूँ कि लेट दिस बी एम्बेडेड इन एवरी सेशन इन द स्कूल। हर टीचर आके आपकी बात को पढ़ाए 2 मिनट या 5 मिनट, रोज कुछ ना कुछ घंटे बजाता रहे, तो जब वो 12वीं क्लास से बाहर जाएगा तब तक उसकी घंटी बज जाएगी। ये 1 या 2 सेशन से उसका मान लो उस बच्चे का मूड नहीं है, उसकी तबीयत ठीक नहीं है, वो नहीं सुनना चाहता आपको, उसको कोई दिक्कत हो रही है, तो वो फिर वो सेशन गया उसके लिए बेकार। हमारे ट्रेनिंग में ही होता है 1 सेकंड मतलब आई डू ट्रेनिंग ऑफ वेरी सीनियर प्रोफेसर वगैरह की मैं ट्रेनिंग कराता हूँ, उनको क्लास में मन रखना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है। ये हमारा सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज होता है तभी बैठे वहाँ। तो इसको कुछ सर हमें ऐसा भी करें कि टीचर्स को हम थोड़ा इसमें सेंसिटाइज करें कि फिजिक्स वाला फिजिक्स के थ्रू हमारी बात पढ़ाए, केमिस्ट्री वाला केमिस्ट्री के थ्रू, बिकॉज माय वाइफ इज ए टीचर, शी हैज बीन टीचिंग होल लाइफ, आई हैव वर्कड विद टीचर, आई नो। और जो केमिस्ट्री वाला है केमिस्ट्री के थ्रू, अब जैसे मैं छोटी सी एग्जांपल दूंगा कि आप जीवन की बात बताना चाहते हैं भाई, जीवन, और मैं मैथ्स का टीचर हूँ, मैं उसे पढ़ा रहा हूँ भाई प्लस माइनस, तो भाई जिंदगी प्लस माइनस नहीं है। ये प्लस माइनस फार्मूले में तो ठीक है हिसाब में, लेकिन जिंदगी में प्लस उसमें माइनस भी होना पड़ता है कई बार, और कई बार खोना भी पड़ता है और पाना भी पड़ता है। उस तरीके से मुझे कनेक्ट करना पड़ता है स्किल्स को। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है सर, इसका जो ऑडियंस हमारा होगा, मे नॉट बी डायरेक्टली स्टूडेंट, बट आई थिंक टीचर्स का भी ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, प्लस हमारा भी अपना कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग। दिस इज नॉट माय इनिशियल थिंग, आई हैव ऑफकोर्स, थैंक यू वेरी मच, आई हैव नोटेड एवरीथिंग, डिटेल में बाद में आपसे बात कर सकते हैं। थैंक यू।
सिर्फ यहाँ पर जो आपने जो बात बोली मित्तल साहब, एक बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट बात बोली। अगर हम इस सारे स्कीम को हर सब्जेक्ट के टीचर के थ्रू, जैसे आपने बोला ना, एक एक टुकड़ा टुकड़ा करके, एक एक बूंद करके अगर उसे करें तो सागर भर जाएगा। तो दैट इज व्हाट इज इफ वी कैन इम्प्लीमेंट दिस।
मैं अंग्रेजी में कहूँ, मेरा प्रोफेसर अंग्रेज था, वो कहता था लर्निंग शुड बी गिवन इन डाइजेस्टेबल चंक्स,
Small bites.
they must digest every day.
Like the doctor.
Only then we have a right to go to the next lesson.
Okay, thank you Uttam ji. I think capacity building जो आपने बहुत ही important कहा। So this is just a glimpse. एक कह लीजिए एक familiarization है, what is it that we are embarking upon, right? And we will have to do capacity.
कौन है?
Like जो
अच्छा, मैंने कहा मेरे को कह रहे, मैंने कहा आज तो मैंने बड़ी अच्छी गाड़ी लगाई है, मैंने तो 2 गाड़ियों के बीच।
But whatever the school, whatever the school permits, we'll engage.
We can convince them.
Right, we can engage as. So now we are little, we are almost on time. This 10 minutes to chalta hai sir Indian system mein. So okay, so we now have Dr. Vinod Kumar, who is advisor to ISF and retired professor from AIMS in genetics. May I request Dr. Agarwal to welcome him, Dr. Vinod Kumar.
Oh, welcome, sir. Welcome back.
And next, I want you to present this short presentation because he is the mentor to this program.
Okay. Sir.
इस फॉर्मेलिटी की कोई जरूरत नहीं थी।
फॉर्मेलिटी बिल्कुल नहीं है।
ये इसे मैं कहाँ पहनूंगा यार?
सर किसी को दे दीजिएगा। हमने ऐसा ही किया कि आप किसी को दे पाएंगे।
सर ये दिस कुड बी योर फर्स्ट रिवॉर्ड टू इन्वेस्ट।
थैंक यू। तुमने तो मेरे को बोला था चेक बुक लाए नहीं हो, तो मैंने कहा भाई मैं अपने मोबाइल से चेक बुक दे कर देता हूँ। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, sir. So now I will not take much time. I will request Dr. Vinod Kumar. He wants to share his very very insightful comments on mental health, its benefits and mechanisms. Right, sir? Sir, you would like to come here or be there, whichever way you're comfortable.
I can be sitting and talk.
Whichever way you
want.
ये रख दीजिए, आगे रख दीजिए।
तो घर की जरूरत नहीं है।
नहीं, आपके आवाज से
ऑनलाइन थी।
मैम एक्चुअली वी कैन गेट रिड ऑफ इट।
Okay, they are calling me.
We give him a moment.
मैं कुर्सी लगा।
Sir, follow my lead.
Follow me.
एक सर के लिए कुर्सी।
Sir, you want to sit or sit and talk?
He wants to talk.
Perfect.
तार से जरा ध्यान, पीछे वायर है, बैठ के कर सकते।
Maybe you can come behind, sir.
And that's it.
It should be there is no tension of the bar. So there is a problem. Sir, count के लिए लगा दीजिए।
Should be 10.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Can you hear it? Sir, आप कुछ बोलेंगे?
Yes, yes. The voice is audible.
Can you type?
Sir, will you just give a check? Hello, check. Hello. Hello.
Shruti.
Shruti, can you hear that?
Yes, yes, sir.
But we just give us a minute to set this up.
Yeah.
मैं उससे पहले अभी रिकॉर्ड करना मैं बता दूं मुझे I retired about almost 30 years ago. All Indian Institute of Medical Sciences. To be exact, 28 years. And I am a doctor like any other doctor, but in government service. I have never practiced, and I have seen, I think, thousands of lakhs of patients during my life. And my latest passion, while I was in job, I wanted to find out what are the various health and welfare issues of senior citizens. So I began this specialty in All India, and later on, it has now developed into a full-fledged department, much after my department. And today, there is a 9-story building which is called National Center for Aging at All India Institute of Medical Sciences, where thousands of senior citizens come for their health advice. After my retirement, during last 25 to 30 years, I have continued to pursue this passion. Although I do not see patients directly for the last 3-4 years, but I am into lot of education for the public and also education for the scientific community, including medical doctors. This I do generally by either I'm lecturing at conferences or I'm making YouTube videos and all that kind of thing. So I would be talking today, because of my background, about how to keep your health and longevity of life intact as much as possible when you are going to become old. Either you are going to become old tomorrow or you are already an old. Or I would use the word senior citizen because old is not a good word.
Yeah.
So
I say, I'm not old.
According to me, anybody is old who is 1 year or 1 day older than me. But I'm not old.
No, sir, quickly, ma'am. Can we just request sir to move a little this side?
Sure.
Maybe use this as the background because that becomes a little good silent.
So we can start now?
Absolutely. Around थोड़ा सा बस.
No, I will be on the page.
You don't be out of picture.
But then,
Yeah,
yes, okay.
So now,
जी,
can you do from here?
yeah.
आपकी recording तैयार है?
Sir, बिल्कुल तैयार है.
Okay.
We are ready.
We will start.
Absolutely, sir. Yes.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I am particularly grateful to Dr. Malti Jaiswal, whom I have known for quite some time. He has floated this influential organization for Inspiring Seniors Foundation, and I am in continuous touch with whatever work he is doing, great hard work, and I thank you once again. You must have all heard about the role of exercise, a balanced diet, a good sleep, and all those kind of things, and no smoking, no excessive drinking. You all have heard, we all have heard, everybody knows. It's a different matter, many people practice and others may not practice. But these are the standard gold lines for maintaining your health and longevity of life, particularly when you are becoming old. As you know, when we become old, we start weakening our faculty. We are mentally not that alert. We are psychologically not that happy and satisfied all the time. We may have poor nutrition. We may have difficulty in walking. We may have some deterioration in our vision and hearing. So many things. So what we have to do so that we continue to keep our life intact and be independent and autonomous in our day-to-day working. I would not talk about what we have always heard about exercise, diet, etc. Every doctor tells these things. But I have been researching for last few years what are the mental exercises or mental initiatives that somebody can take up as he is going to step into old age, so that he remains a healthy person holistically, and he is also aspiring for a longer but stable life and not a life of longevity which is bad. So these mental health are of three types. One is the health coming from your brain activity. The brain is located in our skill. That is what cognitive health. Second is psychosocial health. How strong one is psychologically, how interactive he is socially, that is psychosocial health. That is not directly related to the brain which is located in our skull. That is related to our mind, which is something not a structure, but we only imagine what mind is. And third is the spiritual health. Spiritual health means something related to your spirit and soul. So I was wondering, what is the basis of these benefits which accrue from cognitive health, from psychosocial health, and from spiritual health? We all talk about it. Doctors also have started talking about the spiritual medical conferences, psychosocial medical conferences, cognitive and brain health. But very few doctors know what is the basis of what these actions, how do they benefit in our body? What do they do our body? It is easy to talk that you should be psychologically strong, you should be happy, it will be good for you and all that. But nobody knows properly what exactly is doing your body. So I would now restrict my talk only to this mental health three parameters which I have just shown. We must know that there are certain enhancers in our brain, certain activities which promote our mental health. For example, for cognitive health, that is mental coming from the brain, there are enhancers which if you get it, your cognition remains strong. And if your cognition remains strong, you are going not to get dementia or something. You will have a longer life. And if your brain or cognition is strong, you are able to adapt your body to different stresses of the environment which you are facing almost there. So it is not simply the physical body that you have to look after. You have to look after and keep your cognition strong so that you can control your body according to the stresses that you face. So what are the enhancers? A good balanced diet, number one. The diet is good for body, diet is also good for brain. A balanced diet. There are so many diets like Mediterranean diet, fine diet. But the basic thing is that one should not take red meat, one should take plenty of vegetables and fruit, one should not smoke, all those kinds of things, they come in your day to day, whatever you eat or whatever you have. So this is one enhancer. The second enhancer is exercise. Exercise, although I told you that it keeps our body strong, but it also keeps our brain strong. Exercise has multiple benefits. It keeps our brain strong. It keeps our neural. It also is spiritually useful. So exercise is important. There are many kinds of exercises. It's not simply walking, brisk walking, or standing exercises. There are exercises like laughter, clapping, and so on. So this is the second answer for brain health. After diet, it is the exercise. Then a good sleep is important. Those who do not sleep well, particularly in old age, their brain is going to weaken day by day. They are likely to get dementia more often than those who have a sound sleep. So third is sleep. Fourth is meditation. Meditation is also good for keeping your brain health robust. Next is yoga. Yoga is important. That also keeps your mental health from the brain point of view strong. Then the other thing is, which is important for aging individuals, that when they are old, they stop accepting any work which requires mental effort. They tell their children कि भाई हमारे लिए काम कर देना, हमारा ऑनलाइन ये बिल पे कर देना, हमारा ये जरा हाउस टैक्स पे कर देना ऑनलाइन, because they are little weak in their cognitive power. So try and continue doing this work even at the cost of the frustration by yourself.
So, in other words, you keep stimulating and challenging your brain by various tasks which require strong mental effort. For example, you may like to learn a new language in the old age, or you may like to start learning a new musical instrument, even a cheap instrument like flute, or if you can afford even a piano, for example. So whenever you do these things, your mind will be very working, your brain will be working over time, and you will. So these days, what is happening? That young people are working on the computer all the time. Whatever they want to retrieve, they put the computer. They don't put in their brain. And over the years, their brain power becomes less, the computer power becomes more. So anytime they can retrieve the information. So that is what is going to happen in the negative sense from the advanced technology that we are coming across. So that is important. All these things are coming, artificial intelligence, chat GPT and all that. So I'm not against that, but I think excessive technology is too bad, too toxic for the brain. There is a saying which is falsely attributed to some big person, but it is not said by him, and they said that the day is not very far when the technology will be too advanced and a generation of idiots will be born into it. So that is one thing. So keep your brain stimulated by whatever task which involve mental. So after cognitive stimulation, sleep, diet, exercise, meditation, yoga, and all kinds of things. So these are enhancers for the cognitive act. Now we come to the enhancer for the psychosocial. How to keep our psychosocial relationship strong. Because it is known that particularly when you are aging, you are likely to face loneliness, depression, and anxiety. And if you face all these things, you are likely to lose your health and your longevity will be cut short. It is very well known that those who are facing chronic severe stress for a long time, they shorten their life. And those who have good social enrichment, psychological enrichment, they are going to live long and also happy and healthy. So what are the enhancers for the psychosocial health? These enhancers are, for example, good community involvement. What we are doing today is one of the community involvement work. Dr. Bharti has often been doing this exercise by collecting some like-minded senior citizens and engaging them in some work. This is community work. So this community work is good for psychosocial health. Secondly, if you keep a strong bonding and family relation over lifetime, this is going to pay you off. There are many studies which say those who have family bonding, friendship bonding for whole lifetime, for a long lifetime, they live longer and they are more healthy from mental bonding. So after community engagement, relationship within the family, then the third is what is called religious involvement. According to your own faith, whether you belong to Hinduism, you belong to Muslim religion, but if you engage yourself in religious activities, that is also very satisfying. And there are studies that those who pray, those who worship, or those who get involved in religious discourses, listen to devotional music, things like that, they live longer and have better health. That is another thing. Then emotional support, what we call as social support. I think old people require a kind of support all the time, because even if it is a remote support, your son may be in America, but if he calling you every week to find out how you are, this is an emotional support. And so if you are in a joint family, a peaceful joint family, you have an immediate support. So this social support, those who have social support, they also have longer life and good life. So family relationship, religious involvement, community engagement, and other things that I told you. In addition to that, it is also known that people who are extroverts, not introvert, they are extrovert. They are all the time happy, laughing, gossiping. They live long. That is one thing. Then another thing that those who are conscientious workers, people who are conscientious, severe, and they take the work, they complete it with great consciousness, conscientiousness. They also live long. Those people who, when they work, if they happen to be working, younger people or older people sometimes also working, when they are working and they find there is a supportive working environment, that is also a good enhancer for psychosocial. So there are many, the list is incomplete. Now we come to spiritual enhancer. How do you keep your spiritual life intact and accelerated? So spiritual health can be enhanced by a number of factors, and these factors are again, spirituality is a very, it's a broad term. It also encompasses religion, but spirituality is more than religion. Spirituality means what are your routine human experiences. And in spirituality, I have devised a formula which is called forgive. F means forgiveness, R means resilience. No, F के बाद O आता है. R means forgiveness, O means optimism, R means resilience, G means gratitude, I means introspection, V means veneration, and E means empathy. These are spiritual traits which God has given to everybody. It is for us to strengthen these traits or we neglect these traits. Those who strengthen these traits, they are happier spiritually, and this also results in better health, both physical and mental health. In addition to these spiritual traits, how do we strengthen these traits? You can strengthen them by doing meditation, all kinds of meditation. It may be mindful meditation, it may be a Zen, it may be a transcendental meditation, it may be Qigong. It can also be strengthened by yoga, for example. It can also be strengthened by day-to-day your behavior with the other people. And most importantly, because Dr. Marti spoke to me about sense of purpose in life. So what is the purpose in life? Why we are in this world? I feel we are in this world because God has sent us to help each other. So that is one purpose of life. But other purpose of life, from the individual point of view, he has to find out, particularly in old age, what is something which he has to do to keep himself spiritually strong. Because in young age, when you are working and you are, for example, you are earning money for your family, you are raising family, that of course is your purpose in life. But when you are old and you are completely free, you have nothing to do, you start looking for purpose in life. And why we are today here, it is a purpose in life that we are looking for. Now these are the enhancers. Now I want to tell you how the enhancers of cognitive health, social health, psychological health, and spiritual health work for the sake of a good health and a long life. You will be surprised to know that although exercise and food and a good sleep, non-smoking, non-drinking, they have a scientific validity. They are proven beyond doubt that they are good for health. But is that our happiness? What does this happiness do to us? What social things am I taking exercise? Right? So in our body, at the cellular level, our body is composed of millions of cells. At every cell, there is a mechanism which is evolutionary coming from time immemorial in every organism, whether it is plant, whether it is an animal, whether it is a man. There is a evolutionary protective mechanism of the cell. Whenever there is a kind of a stress, positive or negative, the cell reacts. through inflammation, through oxidation, through autophagy. There are all kinds of technical terms there. And it is through this. So physical, like exercise and diet, directly acts on the body, but happiness or other enhancers which are abstract, then you cannot see. That also crosses the barrier of body, mind, and that also acts in the cell. So this I'm not going to go into the detail, but there are mechanisms, particularly strong mechanisms, which are the basis of the health benefits of different enhancers of mental health. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, because we are running a little, I mean. No, you can take more time. Your entire, next, Banerjee to facilitate, sir, with that short list. Banerjee, can you present? Sir, thank you very much, and I think that you brought it to purpose. Thank you. Sir, please. Thank you. So we are a little short of time, but then we have one more, we wanted Dr. Raj to help us understand the children's, like how to motivate the young mind. But Aditi tells me that everyone's attention is dead. Let's spend, right now we've been talking a long time. So Pragati just asked Dr. Mukul if he's okay with 5-minute break or we should go straight to the discussion. Yeah.
So Mukul sir, could we take some more time or you would like to go first?
He will have to unmute himself.
Yes.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
So you are audible.
Am I audible? Am I audible? Actually,
Yes,
due to
yes,
some technical glitches, I'm unable to open my camera. But if I'm audible, that is enough now.
We just putting my 1 minute. Yeah. We'll be just taking like 50 back.
Always ahead. Hello.
Mukul sir, could you please repeat yourself? Actually, we could not hear you.
Hello. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
हाँ audible है मुझे तो I am able to listen to you मुकुल जी.
So
Mukul sir,
basically,
just 1 more minute. I think we are connecting
Okay,
through
okay.
speakers.
no
Yes.
issue.
Okay, now we are connected.
Hello.
Hello, yes sir, you are audible.
Now I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes sir.
Can focus
So
on him.
very good afternoon to all of you and namaskar.
Namaste sir.
नमस्कार.
And first of all, thanks to ISF inviting me for this wonderful talk. मैं बहुत पहले से ही बैठा हुआ था, around last 25-30 minutes I'm listening to every experts. And last talk जो हुआ है डॉक्टर साहब का, he explained each and everything on the mental health and touch every point, whether it is a basic tenet or whether it is an enhancer. So it's really thanks to Dr. Saab for enhancing my knowledge. Second, hello.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Now my topic
We
is,
cannot see you. We are not able to see you. It will be great if you could turn on your camera.
There is
Nahin,
some
there is
glitch from his
some glitch.
Okay, no issues.
Okay, and first of all, my topic is how to motivate young mind. And all the senior people sitting over there, अब मुझे लग रहा है कि कैसे समझाऊं how to motivate young mind. आप लोगों ने तो generations को motivate कर दिया होगा. I'm very small to say anything on the young minds, how to motivate young minds. But here we have to understand some technical issues. Technical issues that the age category you are targeting, that is highly plastic. मतलब इस age group का जो brain होता है, that is highly plastic. And expecting a concentration and focus from them, that is really complex. क्योंकि उनका focus उतना नहीं आता है उनका कंसंट्रेशन नहीं आता है, बिकॉज थ्रू न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी they are jumping from one point to another point. So whenever we try to motivate the young minds or young brain, we have to understand that their brain is highly plastic. First. Second thing is that through neurogenesis, their brain is still creating a pattern. So our first responsibility to touch those patterns, whichever they are following. जो पैटर्न उनके ब्रेन में बन रहा है, हमें वो अंडरस्टैंड करना पड़ेगा. हाउ? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन. हाउ इज दैट? कि whenever we help, first try to understand कि we are not going to teach them, we are going to help them. हम उनको फैसिलिटेट करेंगे, हेल्प करेंगे, बट हम उन्हें टीच नहीं करेंगे. अगर हम टीच करने गए तो आप यंग ब्रेन को कभी मोटिवेट नहीं कर सकते. टीच देम through 3-4 points. First, make them engage. Make them engage. आप जितना उन्हें engage करेंगे, engage means सबसे पहला वर्ड ये आता है, how can we engage them? Engage them means इसमें फर्स्ट पॉइंट है, create a psychological safety in the young mind. जब तक आप यंग माइंड के अंदर साइकोलॉजिकल सेफ्टी क्रिएट नहीं करेंगे ना, आपसे कोई यंग ब्रेन इंटरेक्ट करेगा ही नहीं. Because do remember one thing, एक नर्वस सिस्टम दूसरे नर्वस सिस्टम को इफेक्ट करता है, एंड यू आर द बिगर नर्वस सिस्टम, दे आर द स्मॉलर नर्वस सिस्टम. तो आपका नर्वस सिस्टम उनको इफेक्ट करेगा, उनके नर्वस सिस्टम को. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आवर फर्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इज दैट टू क्रिएट साइकोलॉजिकल सेफ्टी इन द माइंड ऑफ दोज यंग चैप. अगर हम वो नहीं करेंगे तो वी आर अनेबल टू इंटरेक्ट विद देम, वी आर अनेबल टू कनेक्ट विद देम. हम कनेक्ट नहीं कर पाएंगे. एंड साइकोलॉजिकल सेफ्टी मीन्स हम उन्हें अलाउ करेंगे, अलाउ टू मेक मिस्टेक, अलाउ टू फेलियर एंड अलाउ टू हाइड देयर फीलिंग. इफ दे वांट टू डू इट, लेट देम. अगर उनका कंसंट्रेशन नहीं बन रहा है, लेट देम. अगर उनका फोकस नहीं आ रहा है, लेट देम. इफ यू फाइंड देम कि वो आपके टॉक पर, आपके डिस्कशन पर, आपके इंटरेक्शन पर फोकस नहीं कर रहे हैं, उनका कंसंट्रेशन नहीं आ रहा है, डाइवर्टेड है, let them, no issue at all, but give them the psychological safety as a friend. Because आपका जो situation है, that is mentor hand holding करता है. mentor कभी 90 डिग्री एंगल पर इंटरेक्ट नहीं करता. mentor horizontally इंटरेक्ट करता है, 90 डिग्री एंगल पर इंटरेक्ट नहीं करता. the moment we try to interact with them through the 90 degree angle, we are going to fail. हम फेल हो जाएंगे. So create a psychological safety. The moment you enter into the classroom, the moment you enter into the program, so जो आपके body से enthusiasm, energy, confidence and calmness exude करेगी आपकी body ना, that vibration reflect, और वहां से उनको आएगा psychological safety. The moment you touch them, वहां से आएगा उनको psychological safety. अगर आपको उनको motivate करना है, तो हमें these are the few technical issues we have to correct it before entering into the classroom. Rather than हम अंदर गए, second never ever create a perception. ये मैंने बहुत देखा है. The moment trainer, mentor और teacher enter into the classroom, गेट के बाहर ही उनका एक perception create हो जाता है, and they try to create the sketch of the student. कि ये गवर्नमेंट स्कूल है, ये पब्लिक स्कूल है, या यहाँ स्टूडेंट ऐसा होगा, यहाँ स्टूडेंट ऐसा होगा. द मोमेंट यू क्रिएट अ परसेप्शन, basically you are basically developing a perceived value about the student, about the target customer, about the target audience. The moment you develop a perceived value, आपका ब्रेन आपके सर्किट को डिस्टर्ब कर देगा. The moment आपका ब्रेन सर्किटरी डिस्टर्ब हुआ, तो आपका जो प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स है, वहां से सारे जो आपके डिलीवरी निकलेगी, वो एग्जैक्ट वैसी ही निकलेगी अकॉर्डिंग टू परसीव वैल्यू, क्योंकि आपका सेंसरी यूनिट उसे बिल्कुल वैसे ही लेगा. सो हमें ये ध्यान रखना है, अनलेस अंटिल वी क्रिएट ए साइकोलॉजिकल सेफ्टी, अनलेस अंटिल बी, जिसे हम कहते हैं नॉन जजमेंटल अप्रोच, दैट्स आई एम सेइंग. परसेप्शन क्रिएट नहीं करना है. आप प्लेन चिट की तरह जाइए एंड कंसीडर योर टारगेट ऑडियंस एज ए प्लेन चिट. उस प्लेन चिट के ऊपर आपको राइट अप एक डालना है. अगर इफ यू वांट टू राइट अप ओवर दैट प्लेन चिट, देन वो इजी हो जाएगा. देन स्टूडेंट आपके साथ कनेक्ट करेगा. अगर आपने जाते ही एंटर करते ही शो कर दिया आई एम मेंटोर, यू आर मेंटी, तो फॉरगेट अबाउट इट कि कभी आपका और उनका कोई भी कनेक्शन डेवलप होने वाला है, क्योंकि आपका नर्वस सिस्टम पहले ही ओवर पावर कर लेगा उनके नर्वस सिस्टम को, और फिर स्टूडेंट जो थोड़ा बहुत भी रिस्पॉन्ड करता होगा ऑफ, वो कभी आपको रिस्पॉन्ड नहीं करेगा, बिकॉज इमीडिएटली एक फियर आ जाएगा उसके अंदर, बिकॉज उसी मोमेंट आपके और उसके बीच में एक 90 डिग्री का एंगल बन जाएगा. द मोमेंट 90 डिग्री के एंगल पर स्टूडेंट आपको देखेगा तो फिर आप समझ लीजिए एक फियर, एक एप्रीहेंशन, एक डाउट, एक कंफ्यूजन, ये उसकी क्यूरियोसिटी को खत्म कर देंगे. और सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन जो आपके सामने आएगा वो यही आएगा, मुझे इसकी नीड क्यों है? बिकॉज वेन एवर यू आर कंडक्टिंग ए लाइफ स्किल प्रोग्राम, डाइसेक्ट इट. One side is the life, second side is skill. It means this program basically how to manage your life skillfully, considering all the dynamics of environmental factors. This is basically the life skill. अगर हमने इंटरनल एनवायरनमेंट करेक्ट नहीं किए तो फिर आप उस स्टूडेंट को कभी भी फ्लूइड नहीं बना सकते, और आपका डिलीवरी जो होगा वो सीमलेस नहीं होगा. So these are the some issues. Before taking the initial steps or before moving on, we have to consider it. कि ये जो लाइफ स्किल है इसको क्या हमने बेटर अंडरस्टैंड किया है? ये जो लाइफ स्किल है हमने इसको डाइसेक्ट किया है? लाइफ इज वन साइड. अभी डॉक्टर साहब कह रहे थे हेल्थ के ऊपर, मेंटल हेल्थ के ऊपर. इफ यू क्रिटिकली एनालाइज द मेंटल हेल्थ जो कंप्लीटली माइंड, बॉडी, माइंड, आपका ब्रेन, आपका गट और आपका हार्ट इज ए इंटरकनेक्टेड. एक का इफेक्ट दूसरे पर आता ही आता है, ये आपको समझना पड़ेगा. तो लाइफ इज वन साइड इन ए होलिस्टिक मैनर, स्किल इज अदर साइड. स्किल बेसिकली इज ए टेक्निकल साइड. वो स्किल आपको उसका पॉलिश करना है. फर्स्ट यू हैव टू मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज लाइफ इज ऑल अबाउट. और वो बड़े ही आपको उसको क्यूरियोसिटी जनरेट करके, उसको एंगेज करके, ठीक है ना, उसको कंफर्टेबल फील करवा के, यानी बाय क्रिएटिंग ए साइकोलॉजिकल सेफ्टी विद इन द एनवायरनमेंट, विद इन द क्लासरूम सेटिंग, यू कैन क्रिएट, और इजिली कर सकते हैं. द मोमेंट एक पर्सनल टच एक ऐसी चीज होती है, द मोमेंट आपका नर्वस सिस्टम, इफ स्टूडेंट फील योर नर्वस सिस्टम एंड देयर नर्वस सिस्टम ऑन द इक्वल लेवल, वो आपके साथ कनेक्ट कर जाएगा. द मोमेंट दे कनेक्ट, फिर उसके साथ आप इंटरेक्ट करिए. इंटरेक्ट करिए, कभी भी टीच मत करिए. उसके कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर करिए बाय क्रिएटिंग ए क्यूरियोसिटी इन देयर माइंड, क्योंकि उसका जो ब्रेन पैटर्न है वो बहुत ही प्लास्टिक है. वो टाइम टू टाइम, विद इन ए सेकेंड, विद इन ए मिनट चेंज होता है. तो उसको अभी आप जो कहेंगे, नेक्स्ट मोमेंट इफ यू आस्क, आप एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे वो याद करेगा? नो, इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल. बट यस, द मोमेंट आप उसको एक टच देंगे, पर्सनल टच, एंड क्रिएट करेंगे कंफर्टेबल एनवायरनमेंट इन विच दे फील कि कोई बात नहीं, अगर हमें नहीं भी फोकस है हमारा, वी आर कंफर्टेबल एनफ विद दिस मेंटर, तो फिर देखिएगा उसका रिस्पॉन्स. दे फील प्रीटी मच कंफर्टेबल. आप कोई स्टोरी बताइए, डिस्कशन करिए, एक्सरसाइज करिए, रोल प्ले करिए, दे एंजॉय दैट. बट द मोमेंट आपकी तरफ से आया कि आई एम मेंटर, दे आर मेंटी, देन फॉरगेट अबाउट इट. बिकॉज देखिए हमारा ब्रेन जो है, हमारा जो ब्रेन है, एडल्ट ब्रेन जो होता है, एडल्ट ब्रेन भी प्लास्टिक होता है. आप खुद भी देखेंगे, अभी आप क्लास में इस सेशन में हैं, इस सेशन के बाद आफ्टर 45 मिनट इफ समवन टच यू एंड आस्क आपने क्या लर्न किया, आपको नहीं याद रहेगा. देयर आर फ्यू पॉइंट्स, देयर आर फ्यू टच पॉइंट जो आपको क्लिक कर गए होंगे. एल्स, इसीलिए आपने मूवी में भी देखा होगा, ईदर यू रिमेंबर द फर्स्ट हाफ ऑफ ओपनिंग और यू रिमेंबर द एंड. उसके बीच का कभी याद नहीं रहता, बिकॉज आवर ब्रेन वर्क इन दिस वे. हमारा ब्रेन इसी तरह से काम करता है. ब्रेन अपने आप को मोल्ड करता है. ब्रेन न्यूरोजेनेसिस के थ्रू न्यू कनेक्शन डेवलप करता है, और कुछ कनेक्शन को रिफ्यूज करता है, कुछ कनेक्शन को एक्सेप्ट करता है. सेम इन केस ऑफ चाइल्ड, सेम इन केस ऑफ एडोलेसेंट. एडोलेसेंट का तो समझ लीजिए, एडोलेसेंट इजिली एक्सेप्ट, इजिली रिजेक्ट. ईदर दे एक्सेप्ट यू और दे रिजेक्ट यू. Once they accept you fully. When they reject you fully. क्योंकि उनकी गाड़ी के अंदर मिडिल गियर नहीं होता. So ये कुछ पॉइंट हैं. If you want to motivate the young brain, so हमें ये समझना पड़ेगा कि within a classroom setting we have to motivate ourselves. क्योंकि तभी आपका जो बॉडी है, आप हमेशा कहते हैं, डॉक्टर साहब ने भी कहा, जब हमारा बॉडी होता है तो एंथुजियाज्म जो एग्जीक्यूट करती है हमारी बॉडी, उसका वाइब्रेशन और उसका ऑरा सामने वाले तक पहुंचता है. एंड दे इजीली रियलाइज कि किस पर्सन के साथ दे आर इंटरेक्टिंग विद, और वहां से डेवलप होता है कंफर्टेबिलिटी. देन इट विल जनरेट क्यूरियोसिटी. एक लूप बनता है फिर क्यूरियोसिटी का, ठीक है ना, कॉन्फिडेंस का, ट्रस्ट का, एंड देन यू कैन एंगेज देम. आ जाएगा. एंड वन मोर थिंग बिफोर कॉलिंग ए शॉट, क्योंकि मैं आपके इस सेशन में और लंच के बीच में आ गया हूं, ठीक है, तो आई डोंट वांट टू डिस्टर्ब योर लंच. डू रिमेंबर वन मोर थिंग, ऑलवेज ट्राई टू को क्रिएट. ये आप हमेशा याद रखिए, ऑलवेज ट्राई टू को क्रिएट विद द हेल्प ऑफ योर ऑडियंस. आप क्रिएट मत करिए. अगर आप क्रिएट करेंगे तो आप बायास्ड होंगे, लेकिन अगर को क्रिएट करेंगे तो दो इनपुट इन्वॉल्व हो जाएंगे. वन इनपुट फ्रॉम यू and second input from your target audience. This is always believe in co-creation rather than creating. Believe in co-creating, क्योंकि co-creating एक ऐसी चीज है जो आपको भी हेल्प करेगी और आपके स्टूडेंट को भी हेल्प करेगी. करेक्ट?
Yes, absolutely.
हो गया या भी कुछ और है? देखिए, मेरे से बोलने को कहेंगे तो मैं आई कैन कंटिन्यू विद 3 hours और 4 hours, नो इश्यू एट ऑल. बट मैं देख रहा हूं कि बाकी एवरीवन वेटिंग फॉर द लंच. आई डोंट सॉरी.
Dr. We are saying we will require frequent doses from you, small doses from you. Okay?
की क्या स्पेशलिटी क्या है?
Psychology.
न्यूरोसाइकोलॉजी.
अच्छा, आप तो मेरे साथ वेवलेंथ एक ही, हम दोनों के.
सर आपके साथ तो सबको ही मिला के रखना पड़ा.
आपने जो, मैं तो इन वर्ड को यूज नहीं करा मैंने, ये न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी, न्यूरोजेनेसिस और प्रीफ्रंटल कॉर्टेक्स, ये जो मैंने चीजें बताई हैं, इन सबका इन पे असर पड़ता है. एंड ओल्ड एज में जो हमारे न्यूरॉन्स हैं वो न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी नहीं होती है, न्यूरोजेनेसिस होने में बहुत डिफिकल्टी होती है. तो जो ये मैंने आंसर बताए हैं उन सबका असर होता है, लेकिन मैं इन चीजों में जाना नहीं चाहता था, तो बहुत टेक्निकल
नहीं.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, pleasure is all mine. I enjoyed a lot. आप सबका
Thank you.
प्रेजेंटेशन, आप सबके साथ. एंड फिर भी एनी टाइम, अगर इफ आई फाइंड अ टाइम, डेफिनेटली मैं पर्सनली आप लोगों से जरूर मिलना चाहूंगा एंड सिट विद यू. एंड वन मोर थिंग टू ISF, मेरा लंच आपके ऊपर ड्यू रहा.
Absolutely. So the lunch is actually waiting outside, and I've been asked to do vote of thanks, and this becomes like a very difficult thing to do. There's so many people to thank. So thank you, sir. Thank you, KC Agarwal, sir.
Pleasure is all mine, and thanks to you, thanks to all of you, and giving me chance. इसके लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, शुक्रिया, thank you, and wish you all the best. Take care of yourself.
Thank you, sir. And we not leave you with this. We not leave you done with this, sir. We have you back. And thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. You have been a not just advisor to us as an ISM, but also advisor to the whole program, and right from the beginning. And thank you all for being such a lovely audience. And I would really like to thank our own team, which has actually worked very hard. And for that, I would like to spend a minute on. And who have worked very hard on the whole program with KC sir, right from the beginning. Khushbu, can you please come out? And then we have a huge round of applause for her. So, Khushbu has a very difficult task, I would say, which was to manage ISF, and also to, I will not say use the word manage, but also to bring out the best from KC sir.
Okay, very.
And then thank you, Vibhu, and thank you, Pragati, thank you, Dave, Ajay, Aditi is here. Thank you, Poonamji. I can't miss you. Thank you, Muna, for actually photographing and videographing all of us today. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. And lunch is waiting. So I would close at that because I don't want the
I
lunch
just
be
want to
waiting.
say one word.
Sure.
I'm so grateful to this lady, Khushbu. Anytime, every time. She has been there. कई बारी मैंने इसे बहुत डांट भी दिया था. But she always took it very, very so-called sportingly. And next day, 15 minute के बाद दोबारा बात कर रही है. Language is same that we were talking earlier. Thank you, Khushbu. Thank you. Well done. And you can tell me. Sir.
जो आपने खुशबू के लिए कहा वो मैं प्रगति के लिए करना चाहता हूँ. मेरा फर्क यह है कि मैंने तो डाटा कभी नहीं.
नहीं सर, हम लोगों को आपके डांट में भी आशीर्वाद मिलता है. तो
शूटिंग के लिए ये बनारस में आई थिंक वो नॉट बी शूटिंग के लिए सिर्फ कहते हैं कि उसके जैसा होता है कोई ऐसे डोंट फाइंड. So we are very lucky to have this team and we are lucky to have the quality to our team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Don't forget the online pension.
क्लास में कहूँगा आप सबने हंसने के लिए बहुत कहा है तो मैं एक दो बातें हंसने की करके then I think we'll go for इसकी जरूरत नहीं go for the lunch. एक तो सबसे पहले आज के बाद हम में से कोई भी वर्ड रिटायर यूज नहीं करे बिकॉज हमारे भारत सरकार के कहीं भी चाहे आर्मी नेवी है कुछ भी हो वर्ड इज सुपर एनिमेशन. सो वी नेवर ये जो रिटायर्ड वर्ड है तो लगता है ये मतलब कुछ हो चुके चाहे वो मेजर जनरल हो 100 वाट का बना हो चाहे वो मेजर हो 20 वाट का बना हो तो वर्ड रिटायर वी विल नेवर यूज. दिस आई टोल्ड इन द लास्ट कॉन्फ्रेंस आल्सो वी हैव सुपर एनिमेटेड फ्रॉम सो डिपार्टमेंट. सर ये वर्ड हमें पहले दूसरा सर एक दो मुझे छोटे छोटे क्योंकि हंसने के लिए बोला था जानते हो तो बिकॉज जनरली ट्रेनिंग्स में मैं भी आई डू ट्रेनिंग विद वेरी सीनियर ऑफिसर तो 7-8 घंटे क्लास में बताना चीज नहीं होता सारे दिन हमारे आपने भी आर्मी वगैरह में आपने ट्रेनिंग अटेंड की. हाँ तो मुझे एक तरफ हरियाणा की एक तो बात याद आ रही है तो मैं आपसे शेयर करूंगा एंड देन गो फॉर द लंच. हमारी क्योंकि मैं होम मिनिस्ट्री में काफी रहा हूँ तो पुलिस से हमारा वास्ता काफी पड़ता रहता था तो होम मिनिस्टर ऑफिस में काम किया मैंने. तो हमारी दिल्ली पुलिस में ज्यादा हरियाणा से कौन है यहाँ बैठे थे कौन बैठे
सर कोई नहीं ऑफेंस नहीं लेगा कोई भी.
हाँ नहीं खैर मैं सलूट करता हूँ हमेशा उनको तो मुझे तो हरियाणा वालों को वैसे सलूट करना पड़ता है क्योंकि माई वाइफ बिलोंग्स टू हरियाणा और उन्होंने क्या रखे कि जैसे ही एयरपोर्ट पार करो वहीं से नमस्ते करना शुरू तो हमारे जस्ट एक छोटा सा मुझे इंसिडेंट याद आ गया. चाणक्यपुरी का एरिया जो है जहाँ हमारा अशोक होटल वगैरह है सब राजदूतावास वगैरह है तो वहाँ हमारी जो कांस्टेबलरी है दिल्ली में ज्यादातर वो हरियाणा और उत्तर प्रदेश से ज्यादा है. दोनों हिंदी भाषा भाषी हैं ये स्टेट्स हैं. तो वहां पर एक अंग्रेज जो है वो रेड लाइट को क्रॉस करके हम लोग भी जनरली दिल्ली में आते थे मैं तो यही पैदा हुआ ये बड़े हुए हैं कि हम भी जो पीली में तो अपनी गाड़ी निकालते ही हैं और रेड में भी अगर कोई ट्रक व्रक जा रहा तो हम लगे रहते हैं मतलब जब दूसरे सिर में आना हम जनरली मतलब इनडिसिप्लिन अनलेस वी आर डिसिप्लिन. अब जब एमसीडी ने बोर्ड लगा दिया कृपया यहाँ से ना कूदे एक बार जरूर कूद के देखिए ये एक बार आदत है मतलब है
के नीचे ना पार गाड़ी पार फिर तो मजा
ये है. तो मेरे जैसा भी पीछे पीछे जा रहा था तो उसने भी गाड़ी निकाल दी. आपने देखा होगा जो ट्रैफिक पुलिस वाले होते हैं जनरली ये दिखाई नहीं देते. हाँ
सडनली से निकला
सड़क में जा रहा है मोमेंट वी कमिट सम मिस्टेक सडनली दे पॉप अप they just pop up from somewhere and ये फैल आ गया और आजकल
नमस्ते नहीं करी मित्र साहब नमस्ते नहीं करी
ये डर रहा हूँ मतलब बिल का
नमस्ते करते तो नहीं आता.
तो वो एकदम जैसे ही इसने मेरे जैसे ने गलती करी तो एकदम दे पॉप अप वो आगे कहते जी आपका साइड में आता. तो केजरीवाल जी के बाद हम लोग थोड़ा पुलिस ऑफिसर डरते नहीं क्योंकि पुलिस सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की वजह से जरा मत करो इनसे हम थोड़ा भाई क्यों साइड में आ जाओ जी आपका चलान कहता भाई क्यों चलान होगा कि आपने अभी रेड लाइट को उसने फिर पुलिस वाले से एक सवाल पूछा अच्छा एक बात बता अभी तूने वो अंग्रेज ने रेड लाइट को पार किया तूने उसका चलान क्यों नहीं. तो पुलिस वाला कहता उससे अंग्रेजी में तू बात करता. थैंक यू सर थैंक यू.
That is a lovely note to end this on. Lovely. Thank you, sir.
हम लोग ना सुपर एनिमेटेड ही बोला करते थे, उसका ऐसी ब्लैक फिल्म मिलती थी ना, उसके बाद हमने कहा सुपर एनिमेटेड समझ गया, सुपर एनिमेटेड समझ,
Thanks to all the
हमारे
सरकार
सरकार आप समझते हैं,
बाकी समझते हैं।
और मैं तो स्क्रीन doesn't understand super animated.
Yeah, I started this one.
Thanks to all the online people also, people who joined us online.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome, welcome. Have a nice lunch all for all of us to.
Thank you.
You can show the video, audio, video of the lunch that we are doing.
Sir, इतना teasing नहीं करेंगे.
Thank you, Madhav sir. Thank you, Shukla ma'am. Thank you, Raju sir.
Yes. Over to you.
Joining.
Over to you, Shruti.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir. Veena ma'am, आप हैं अभी?
हाँ श्रुति, पर अब टाइम नहीं है, सब खत्म हो गया,
सर
कोई
इधर
बात
से बोल
नहीं।
दीजिए, इधर से बोल दीजिए।
मैम
हेलो
आप
नहीं नहीं श्रुति, कोई बात
हेलो सर. हेलो.
कोई बात नहीं, बहुत लंबा खींच गया ऑलरेडी। सम अदर टाइम आई कैन स्पीक, नो प्रॉब्लम।
मैम आप
Most
अपने
of-
सजेशंस तो शेयर कर सकते हैं ग्रुप में.
नहीं तो अब तो सब ओवर हो गया ना।
मैम आप हमें ग्रुप में, व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप में यू कैन शेयर योर व्यूज.
ओके ठीक है, I listen.
But
ठीक है,
thank you for
WhatsApp में।
joining, ma'am. Thank you, Raju sir. Thank you.
Welcome. 2 घंटे की मीटिंग रखा करो श्रुति, 3 becomes too much। मेरे तो ऑलरेडी एक मीटिंग थी सुबह 10 बजे, तो आई ज्वाइंड एट 11, इवन देन आई एम फीलिंग कि बहुत हो गया टाइम। और सबको स्पीकर्स को थोड़ा टाइम लिमिट दो, यू नो,
Yes, yes, sure,
इस
ma'am. Sure.
टाइम, हाँ, बिकॉज दिस बिकम्स टू मच। एवरीबॉडीज टाइम इज मनी बाबा, यू नोबडी
Yes,
हैज
yes,
टाइम, है
definitely, definitely,
ना। तो
definitely.
ये सबसे पहले तो यही सजेशन नोट कर लो।
नहीं नहीं, sure, ma'am, sure. Yes, yes, definitely.
चलो
We'll
ओके,
keep
बाय
in
बाय।
mind. Bye. Thank you for joining, ma'am. Thank you, Neela ma'am, for joining.
वेलकम
Thank you,
वेलकम
Bakshi sir.
वेलकम।
Thank you, thank you.
खत्म हो गया, चलो।
Ma'am,
Thank
you
you,
can
Shruti.
share any
Bye-bye.
feedback or suggestion in the WhatsApp group.
Actually, when the program is of 3 hours or something, we cannot tell the speakers, when they are so enthusiastic and they go on speaking. And I can understand from your point of view, because I also conducted programs like this. You cannot tell them to stop. So I can understand. So instead, you keep the program for 1.5 hours. So it will extend to 2 or 2.5,
Yes,
and
yes,
it will be okay,
yes.
And then people should be informally told, that you can expect the program to go on till this time.
Yes, definitely. Yes, ma'am. Point taken, ma'am. Definitely. That is very correct. We'll make sure. Remember. But thank you
Okay,
so much
today
for
is very
joining and
hectic for you.
being there patiently for like 3 hours. Thank you so much.
Okay, chalo, have a nice day.
But if you have any
See you in the
feedback or
evening.
anything, ma'am, you can share it in tutors group or anywhere. Like you can send us personally any feedback, any suggestion. Most welcome.
Okay, okay.
Yes. Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am. Bye,
bye-bye.
ma'am.
Have a
Bye.
nice
Have a
day.
good
Yeah.
day. Same to you. Thank you.